After hours.
D&D after hours. I like it.
Welcome everyone to game 14 of Everstorm Outsiders. Last game, the crew of the Grit was used as trap by Captain Casey, who was determined to not only escape, but get the people that were still in the prison caravan away from the villainous Waven, the sea elves that seemed to control the island. As the Grit, from their first encounter with the elves, were healing, the wagon train came crashing down onto their beach, baited there by Captain Casey. And then the guys were forced to fight. They managed to shut down the Waven and get all but one that escaped, their mage that dove into the water. And the remaining Waven guards were killed, save one, who they managed to, for the first time, speak to. And after he said a lot of nonsense hate speech,
to put it like
Balrin the Impalered him on the beach on the trident before making it known that the Waven was a heretic for a false god.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Then they discussed things with the newly freed remaining prisoners from the original wagon caravan, amongst which was a large dragonborn named Kodo and two members they haven't really spoken to yet. Mm-hmm. Later on that night, new people things came aboard shore during Fulcrum's watch. These small amphibious frog-like critters that wanted to set up trade with the group. Kodo met them as well. They didn't really know how to react, but decided to put a pin in that and said, "We'll talk to you later." And so those things said something to the effect of they would be down the beach. And morning came to find Morgaine noticing 3 halflings around the chest, actually fishing in it. Complaining that nothing was really working, and despite the fact that they were hooking fish and reeling them back in, fish weren't leaving the chest. When they'd leave the chest, they would seemingly dissipate in nothing. However, there was a boot on the ground next to one of the halflings that he claimed he fished that out of the chest successfully. Not that a boot is anything he's actually interested in fishing out of a chest. With this point, Morgaine started to mess with the chest and see what he could understand of it. And though he got answers, he also got more mystery. At this point, Balrin has successfully noticed that his bottle is down to a quarter of the rum that was actually in it. And Kodo is surveying the halflings that are now beyond the fence line of the beach, starting to build the beginnings of a town out of what remains of the Vale. Morgaine, after playing with the chest, climbed aboard the Vale to test out the song. See, Balrin's got a live prop right now. There it is. That is accurate to game.
Accurate. That is how much I have left in my
Balrin is doing some method gaming tonight with actual rum.
I've got a live prop.
Oh God, Morgaine's method gaming.
Oh man.
So
better than methadone.
Doesn't look like a loot to me.
It's
and Morgaine manages to effectively use the song to enrapture 6 halflings who are now starting to come to tears. And just as he's starting to try and steer the song and remember it as it's coming out of his fingers, which he is partially aware of and partially not, he noticed the original gold that appears when he plays. And he's seen it for the first time across the Everstorm. And that, ladies and gents, is what you missed. Welcome to Everstorm.
Again.
I'm trying to make them shorter, but
it's okay.
It's all right. It happens.
Don't want to leave out details.
I would have forgotten all of that.
No one reads the journal. I like it.
Well, it's a good thing I can't remember you dentist appointment is or when I'm supposed to take the trash out, but I definitely know what happened in the imaginary world in my head last game.
That you've dedicated
Perfect.
20
That
years to
shit's
running.
important.
That's true. That is true.
All right, Morgaine, you are currently
Playing.
playing. Everybody
I
else,
am.
you're awake and aware of what's going on. We've got halflings over here in the village, gathered around the remains of this beach fire that they're still using to kind of hold off the cold and do cooking on. You notice that they are starting to build a fire pit up here as well to sort of move the full operation. Halflings are still gutting the veil, but that process has slowed down a little bit, as now it seems to be the effort is to building a short, long-term base of operations here on the island beyond the fence wall.
Beyond the fence wall.
Perception check, everybody.
Beyond the fence wall.
Beyond the fence wall.
Yes.
Nice roll. Oh, that was a nice roll.
Nice.
Yes. Me and Balrin.
Perception.
Bowron
buddies, huh?
still
Rolling twos.
just does not care today.
All right, 19.
Wait, I haven't gone yet.
Morgaine and
Wait, I haven't gone
Balrin.
yet.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a 20. So
All right.
I did get a 20.
Everybody, there is a hand carved wooden sign on the fence that says Wrightonville.
Nice. Right, Donia.
All right.
Uh
Not like Rightland.
Balrin and
It's all like
Skeezer
Margaritaville
and
all the time.
Fulcrum.
Mm-hmm.
Balrin, Skeezer, and Fulcrum. You notice up here
Up somewhere.
there is
Whoa.
a second village.
Where?
To the
Where?
south
Where?
end of the map.
South end. Okay, there we go.
South.
Oh,
of
You
that.
guys
Oh,
see
Gotta let people
Didn't
see
see
this.
that.
There you
that
go.
you guys see that
Bananas.
there's a couple little tents up on that rock. This is actually in a raised area. This rock, you climb up this rock, and so you guys can see there is some little tents up there, some little huts. They are extremely haphazardly put together, and you see at least two of these little guys kind of watching you. And you see they're sitting next to each other and handing each other stuff.
That is not what I was imagining those guys to look like, but
Are
that is
these
amazing.
the same creatures I encountered last night?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that
Zoom
one
in so people
is
can see those.
bananas.
Okay. It's hey
Oh
guys.
my gosh.
That was Bananas. He came last night. I don't think I told any of you. Yeah, he came and he wanted me to take this like strange stone thing, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to take that. But he's like, no, you should really take that. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe. But then I went back and I had a talk with actually, what is it? Wrighton? Yeah. No, wait. Well, they told me to get my stuff together, and I did. And I went over there and I took it, and I took the stone, and I could understand him. I think he wants to trade stuff with us. I'm sorry, this took way too long.
I'm pretty sure you must have been talking about that Kodo guy.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, Kodo
For some
was
reason,
there
there's
too.
a weird internal feeling of consistency between those two characters, but they're very different people.
Yeah, but Kodo was he was there and he said he had lightning stuff, right? Kodo, you can do lightning stuff, and he said he'd electrocute Bananas if he did anything bad to me. But Bananas didn't do anything bad to me. Bananas is a nice guy. Creature.
What do they want?
They wanted to trade with us. I think they had goods. They also said they were glad that we killed the Wavin or fought them, because now the beach was more open for everyone to use. It sounded like they were avoiding this place because of them, I think they said. Yeah, I think so. They might have goods. Maybe we can get some stuff, or they know the area a bit better.
You
Yeah,
told me they want our bodies.
wow.
I did?
They said they want our dead bodies. And the rights
Oh,
to the
you're right.
bodies of the fish elves.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Ooh.
They threaten you?
No.
No, they
he
wanted
seemed
to
very good.
purchase from us.
Yeah.
Like after we're done using them or before?
Were we using the dead bodies?
No, our
I'm
bodies.
using my body.
Oh, no. I think they wanted the... Oh, right. To purchase rights to it if we died. That is
They
exactly
assume
what
the
they said.
Ziva will conquer us. They will not.
Okay.
Maybe we can make a different type of trade with them. I don't know. I know we only have what we brought, right?
Yeah, well, are we in a time crunch at the moment, or are we given time to do other things?
I
Well-
have other clanmates
They're stuck in the mines, right?
in the mine.
Yeah.
Right.
I would
right,
like
right.
to free them.
Maybe
How
we can.
far do you think is that mine?
Consult the
Kodo
notes.
Reaches in his
Mm.
pocket and
Intelligence check.
Intelligence?
Approximately 4 feet away.
It's just over that ridge.
Over there.
Oh.
Denied.
Oh.
Oh, that was a 19.
Between
with
constantly trying to work the muzzle off when you weren't watching and staying focused on when you were being watched by the guards, trying to take in all the details and the meandering path through the hills and pseudo mountainous cliff faces. You don't know. You know that night fell and you rode through the night. You're not sure if it was 2 full days, but it was more than a day.
It will be many days to reach the mine from here.
Well,
Well,
we got a little bit of time then, so not a ton of time, but maybe it's worth checking out. I mean,
yeah. we should
Sure.
probably-
I don't like to leave people stuck trapped somewhere, but
Yeah.
we could
yeah,
go
but the
talk.
difference of a couple minutes is not really going to make much of a difference, is it?
Right, and maybe we can. I mean, we don't. Maybe you can get you something else other than that,
It's like, let's
Iron
prepare
stick.
ourselves. We
Kodo.
don't want to walk in unprepared.
Kodo, you said that's your name, right?
Yes.
Is there stores of food in that encampment?
The slaves are fed, yes.
Because I was checking rations around here, and we're very quickly running out of food, and the halfling's attempts to fish out of the box is not yielding anything of worth.
If we free the slaves, the rations will go with them. How do you expect
Kodo?
we keep all the food from all of them?
Kodo, you are always fed some kind of stringy, gamey meat and a melon that has a core that is almost like a pudding. And that melon, if it's eaten too much, gives everybody the runs. So
Sweet.
it's something you have to be careful with. But that and water is all that the slaves are given. It's unclear where the meat comes from.
Other slaves.
Soylent Green is people.
I think we're eating people.
Be worth raiding that encampment to bring back food sources we need. If we bring
Yeah.
back all the people with it, then
Yeah, we
we're
need.
still going to be out of food in a couple of days.
Well, we have to save up more. We don't know how long.
If those melons have seeds within them, I might be able to help with the melons, but there would be little I can do about any meat.
And if we can drive these Waven off the island, we could be a little bit more free to explore it and get food without having to worry about them kidnapping any of our people and throwing them in their mines.
That's true. Well, let's find out what these guys have to trade up here. Maybe they do have just massive stores of food, and that'll make our journey a little bit easier and maybe
Yeah, we
take
could
care
know
of our
something.
problems at one
Not
time.
positive that the Waven on this island are all of them. I think they live out there in the ocean. I don't think running them off this island is going to change whether or not they come back to steal people, kill anyone, or anything of the sort.
Well, I also hate to be the one that brings this back up, but didn't we find out that there was just a massive number of them out there? Like
Yes.
multiple
said something-
dozens to hundreds?
I don't know about hundreds, but definitely dozens, I think he said, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a civilization of them down there is what it boils down to.
But I don't think on this island, but there's a bunch of islands around this weird place. Do we even know if we can get out of this? I mean, the sky's so strange here.
Well, who knows where we're at? I mean, most likely we're never going to find home again. So you might as well just get used to
Skeezer.
this place right here.
the skeezers are
9
correct.
hells.
Well, I don't think we're in the Nine Hells technically. I think we're most likely still on the prime material plane, but it's just a different location than we're used to.
Yeah. I don't really know what half of that meant.
Well, I can explain it to you if you'd really like.
No, that's okay. Why don't we go talk to Bananas?
Okay, well, that is a weird sentence, but let's go with it.
What? That's his name.
While
Bananas.
you talk to your bananas, do you mind if I work around the beach?
No. Is there anything you need though, Kodo? I know you. or
Sage.
You and. Oh, okay. I can check for that. But I meant like, do you need a better weapon? I know you're just taking like the grate you got off of your cage. Should I see if they have something for you? We don't really have much here. Some leathers. A few
I
spears.
doubt small ones will have heavy maul. But if you
Oh.
have one, I will take it.
Heavy maul.
Heavy Maul.
Okay. I'll ask.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a look.
Sure. They might have to give you like a stone for you to understand them, Skeezer, and it's totally cool. Nothing bad happens. I think.
Okay, well, that sounds interesting. Potential poisoning? That sounds excellent.
Well, I mean, it's been a few hours. I'm okay. I mean,
While they go
as
up
okay
there
as
to
I get.
talk to the bananas,
Yeah.
I will
Bananas.
start gathering bark from the trees
Mm-hmm.
and crushing it and making kind of like a not powder because it's fresh,
Right.
but more like a paste that I could dry
Okay.
out to start to burn for incense.
Got it.
Bauer
And I will
leans up
start
against the-
setting up a ritual.
Okay.
Bauer leans up against the rock and just keeps a careful eye on the Dragonborn.
Okay. I got a fulcrum there. Is Skeezer also there?
Oh, I'll go up there, yeah.
What's a Morgaine doing? Is he going up there or no?
Playing the
I will.
Guitar.
I'm gonna go up there.
Okay.
The guitar.
Morgaine, you were still playing. You haven't quite finished yet. Morgaine, give me one perception check.
I'll do ritual of comprehend languages, by the way, on the way up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling great.
That
Yep.
is phenomenal rolls there. with
You
your 9.
wrap it up, and by the time you're done, two of the halflings that did not get pulled in seem concerned that maybe your song is something more, and they're trying to get people's attention, but only two. Another full 10 have just sat down and listened and enjoyed, but they don't seem caught in it. The 7 that are done openly weep when you are done, and people are consoling them. And though they're weeping, they don't say anything negative about you. They keep saying that it was beautiful, and they're thankful. And the bird is still on the mast, and once you get done singing, it stops singing as well.
Oh, I didn't
and
even realize that was
stays.
happening.
The golden finch showed up.
Ooh.
You say it stays?
It stays. It doesn't look at you, it just stays up there. It's a full like 25 feet up.
Yeah. So it never like tries to look at me, never like any sort of eye contact or anything like that. It's just there and it's singing when I'm singing.
Eye contact in the way that it is very hard to tell if a bird is ever looking.
Well,
at
I just
you.
meant yeah.
And
saying
it,
it was
it's not behaving differently from a golden finch. It's quick
Okay.
head turns, head tilts, but it only sang when you played. You guys climb up to the camp, and instantly the yellow one gets up and grabs 2 bags and drags them over to.
Do I need the stone again? Yes.
And he's holding up a round, white, spongy something.
Yeah,
He's
this
like,
is the thing.
"Utidi, pikitidi."
And I go ahead and I make a show to Skeezer. Like, see, you just gotta go down and take it, and then you gotta take a bite of it. You gotta eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he making any sense to me with through comprehend languages?
Yes, you understand him completely. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
That's okay. I'm just.
No,
I'm
you
just
literally
checking.
just told me.
Yep.
Hi, this is great. You brought friends. Hi,
Yay.
nice you need to eat this. He's looking at you. Eat this. Put this in your mouth and eat it.
So you've said
put
I
it in
need
your
to
mouth.
put this in my mouth and to understand what you're saying. Now, do you understand what I'm saying?
You gotta
Or do I
put this
actually
in your
need to-
mouth and eat it.
Do you understand?
You gotta put this. You will understand my
I
words.
understand
if
what
you
he's
put
saying,
this
but
in your
the
mouth
question
and
is, does he
eat it.
understand me?
Are
You
you
have to put this in your mouth.
In my
We
mouth,
can't
gotta put it in there.
understand each
Yep,
other
I'm-
unless you
guys,
get the words.
wait,
You gotta
Bananas,
put it in your
Bananas.
mouth.
I think he's like a wizard type, and I think he probably cast a spell to understand you. But can you understand him, Bananas?
No.
Okay, fine. Here we go.
Okay, he takes the
So-
same one you bit and he bites it.
Probable poison. Let's see what happens.
Okay, it tastes mildly medicinal. It doesn't taste good. It tastes like chewing up aspirin.
Ooh, love it.
He's like, "All right, this is great.
Ah,
Hi,
hey, good to see you again, Bananas.
it's a pleasure. So you brought your friends. Hey, I
Yeah.
thought, you guys
This
are
is-
great, and thank you for doing this because you're really helping us out." And then you look behind him, and now that you're on this ridge, you look down the beach, the extension of the beach past this rock outcropping. There's 50 of his people all down the beach that are building little shacks and sheds up past the tree line. But it looks like they're moving rocks and stacking them up like cairns and pulling tree branches, but they don't seem to have any tools to cut trees. So it's just scavenged stuff. And then some keep coming out of the water, pulling coral bits and stones.
Hey, 1 second, Bananas. Hey, excuse
Yeah.
me, these guys here yesterday?
I don't remember seeing these folks.
Okay. Hey, Bananas, you guys are new to the beach now?
Well, we're new again, but like
Oh,
we're
right.
really old, and so it's because you guys are clearing, you guys are throwing the woven. You know, they don't get to just walk in whatever they want and say it's theirs.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's trade. You guys got stuff. I got stuff if you want it.
Sure.
You guys need this.
Well, that is very useful. Yeah. So how long does that last for after we've eaten it? Because I had to eat it again when I came.
All right, so what happens is if you eat it for about an hour or so, you can understand and speak what everybody's doing because the spores are gonna go up inside your head and do stuff.
So, are there many magical effects like this in your natural environment, or is this a specific power that your people have?
It works. So
It
and then
definitely works.
this one, if you smash it, okay, so it spreads real bad, then everybody can do it, but then it's destroyed. So you definitely got to put it near something that's dead for it to reconstitute. It'll put down some roots, but you can ignore that. Well, like a stalk, more like it, because it's a fungal growth. So this is called gobbledygook. And he pulls out 3 or 4 more. I'm selling these, and then he puts them back. I got all kinds of fun stuff. He pulls out a sea urchin. Pulls out like little bottles. I got these, and then behind him, you see the purple one is kind of shuffling his feet. And you see the purple one has bags that do not look like they're gunny sacks. They look like they're actual bags, the way that a human would build one or construct one. So they don't look like the same style of everybody else's stuff. And he's got like 8 of them. And he's got them all, and he keeps moving them so they're stacked nicely. And he's rubbing his hands, and he's just kind of
Walk over there.
Geezer, we're shopping on a freaking tropical island.
and I got these, and he pulls out melons out of a bag. If you're hungry, I got this. And then I got these, and he holds up little like clumpings of grass. This is fantastic. And he's like, and if you guys are interested, I am the premier weaponsmith of in the entire 3-island area. If you guys need to arm up and you gotta like stab some Wavin, and if you're hungry, I can help you.
Those two specific things are actually important to us at the moment.
Yes, I'm a weapon chef.
A weapon
A weapon
chef. you
chef?
say?
Weapon chef.
What exactly does that mean? Are you making
Can you-
swordfish?
Can you chef
This,
a
and he pulls out,
huge mall?
he reaches in and he pulls out, and it's clearly an axe
Mhm.
made out of a
Body
stick
spray.
and some sort of bone-like blade, and there's a big hunk of fleshy meat attached. This is
Mm.
a snack.
A smacks.
No, a snack.
Snacks.
An
Oh!
axe and a snack. at the
So we
same
can.
time.
Oh.
So you can kill it and you can eat it.
Well, that's almost like what we were looking for then. Well, we do have about how many people do we have here? We have I think about
You don't
50?
use axes? Okay.
Do you have a mall? We did have a request for like a big hammer.
I got big. And he reaches in there. He goes behind a tent, and you suddenly see pop up behind the tent a long pole, and it's
Ooh.
got chunks of meat down it and a big spear tip. He's like, "This is a stabob."
Stop. That might do the trick right there.
You
What do you think? You think
stab,
you're like that?
and you stab, and you stab, and you just leave the pieces on it for later.
I mean, it seems like a foolproof plan.
Bananas, I can see how you got your reputation.
I have armor as well. I can outfit all of you.
I feel like this is going to be the Lady Gaga meet.
Yep, the meat suit. Yep. I'm gonna look down at Kodo. Look at him. Look down at him. Look back. Yeah, it seems about right.
You see our big dragon friend? You got something that'll fit him? Kind of try to point out towards him.
My armor is too small for him, but I do have a helmet though.
Well, that's a start.
That
This
is
is
a
a
start.
skullmet. And
A
he holds
skullmet.
up a giant, it looks like some sort of deer or cow-like thing, wide set sideways eye sockets for some sort of prey creature. And then the large molars that go back with the large nasal cavity. And you can see there's been bone that's been built around the front jaw area, like the gridiron of and it's covered in stinky meat.
Mm.
So it's like you're gonna take the hits that you're like, but I'm not gonna stop snacking. You just lean forward. Here, Hickama. And then you see the purple one hobbles up. Here, it's like this. And he puts it on Hickama's head, and you see Hickama goes like, and he sets it down. A skullman.
Is Hickama the one that was having the human bags?
The bags,
laid out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you find all your meat? So
All
what?
of this has been salvaged according to appropriate laws and contracts.
Oh, are there? We're new to the area. We don't want to go breaking any laws. Should we avoid doing that, or is because we're killing Wavin, we're just kind of good?
No one cares about Wavin's laws.
Oh, okay, good.
They're horrible.
Well,
That's so far as a consensus, as far as we can tell.
yeah, we might go fight some more of them soon. So we're definitely interested
Fantastic.
in what you got here.
What do you got back
What are
there?
you looking for?
I'm looking for trades. Or if you've got the chits, but do you know what a chit is?
I'm gonna fish into my pouch and pull out like a Wait, what do I have? Because I'm actually broke as a joke right now.
You're broke.
I have a silver. I pull out a silver. Is this something like this? Shiny? No, this isn't what you're looking for. I don't think I know what a chit is.
No.
Okay, good. I wanted to be sure. I had a feeling not, because what would
Let's
you use
just
it out here
check.
for?
And he reaches down his bag and you see he's holding up ceramic fragments of discs. So it's like ceramic coins that have been broken.
Hmm.
This is chits.
We do not have any chits.
I'll take a real good look at it here. Can I get any sense of where it's coming from? Like what it's made out of? If it's manufactured?
It's a fired ceramic disc
Mhm.
that
Okay.
has been purposely broken into. It's tough to tell if it's quarters or fifths.
Interesting. Well, yeah, that's a different type of currency than what we're used to. That's for sure.
You guys don't have the like. We can do a currency exchange for trade.
Well,
I'll sell you coins for stuff.
Okay.
How much for the boat?
Oh, we're needing that for raw materials, but we definitely have a lot of stuff I'm sure we could figure out that we can work with.
What about the thingies on the boat? You've got a lot of them. We can, when they are dead, if we got all their bodies, let's see here. Gotta Hickama have a contract. And then Hickama walks over and is scrolling out paper. Like, we'll take all their corpses.
yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily ours to decide.
Wait, did you say you walked up, Morgaine?
I'm there. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, sorry about this, Morgaine. You should probably eat this.
I did. I already
Okay.
did. Yeah. No, I did. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah.
I grabbed it.
Hey, if you guys are feeling crazy, I got these. I got a grab bag, and I got a tote bag, and I got a happy bag.
But what do those do?
Well, here, and he's like, you feeling excitable for surprises?
I would say 100% of the time I'm used to surprises.
All right, if we'll trade, I'll throw in one of the bags of your choosing for your first purchase for free as a sign of good faith.
These are like the gunny sacks. These aren't like the bags he had laid out.
Yeah, no. All Bananas bags are stained, gross, and made out of raw materials.
So Bananas, you have been known to trade in what appears to be combinations of food and equipment, and I also have food/equipment in one item.
What?
May be very interested in this. Now, I cannot guarantee what it will do. And if you're interested in surprises,
Fulcrum slowly starts looking over to Skeezer.
So he starts to put on a hat.
there are these magical little kernels.
No.
Yeah.
Skeezer.
I don't know if it'll be a good thing or a very amazing thing.
Let me see it.
It's very.
Fulcrum starts backing up.
Good or really bad. Last time it was hydras and vampires and
what are those?
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
They're scarier than lava bananas. But
Thus
they went
far.
away. They went away really quickly. So they weren't real, but they were real. I don't know. That thing can do stuff. I'm a little
One
worried.
time,
I like stuff.
one of these
Yeah.
kernels once turned into a giant statue that proclaimed from the seas all kinds of interesting.
Hickama, do it. And then he goes, you see Hickama pull out his fingers. He's like, yes, it is. It very much is. Okay. That's a trade. You can pick 3 items from my bag and then one of the separate bags, the grab bag, the tote bag, or the happy bag. For that.
For the kernel.
What's in those bags? I point back to Hickama's bags.
You don't want that stuff. That's outsider junk. And you see, like,
We are
Hickama
outsiders.
he's like, it's not really junk. I don't want to call them
Hickama, I would like to see what's in the bags. I started talking directly to Hickama.
He wants to talk to me. Can I go talk to him? Okay, fine. Yes.
We're all friends here.
I
We're
walk
just
over there with.
making an exchange, right?
I mean, I want to see what you have.
I have outsider treasures.
Okay, let's take a look. I'm an
Okay.
outsider.
We are outsiders.
Yeah, everybody makes fun of me. They said that this stuff is junk, but it's like if outsiders have it, that means it's from the outside, which means it's not anywhere else, which means that it's of inherent value.
Yeah.
He opens up a bag and you see he pulls out a spell scroll. He pulls out another spell scroll. He
Ooh.
pulls out a book. He pulls out another book.
Ooh.
He pulls out another book. He
Ooh.
pulls out another book. He pulls out another book.
Skeezer just
He's like,
dies.
This is all.
Skeezer just keels over.
This
All these items were salvaged from various wreckages and things on the ocean that my people do not consider valuable because they cannot translate it. But I figure I am a student of mysteries, and so I dedicate my time to solving the mysteries of outsider writing. If you could train me in outsider writing, it would be greatly appreciated. The service for
Well, how worth is that exactly to you?
well, it's very important to me.
Very important to you. Well,
Yes.
you're in some very good luck. I happen to know exactly how to teach you.
That's God.
Skeezer's a really good teacher.
I like teaching. I like learning things. I like learning things that I do not know.
Oh, I'm going to take a look at some of these books. What are we looking at?
There are
Spell
One,
books of
two.
Wizards of Past and Dead.
okay. There's a brown book,
A brown
gray
book.
book, a purple book,
Purple sounds magic.
a large brown book, a
Mhm.
black book, a yellow book,
Okay.
a red book, a green book, a dark red book,
Jesus.
I missed
Got
a
a whole
bunch from the
goddamn
beginning.
library.
2 rolled up tapestries, a rug, another rug, a sweater, and a cape, a gem, 2 quills, and an inkwell.
Was that just one bag? Just had a whole bunch of.
No, it's all of his stuff. Like he's
Okay, I
letting
was
you
gonna
rifle
say,
through it.
it's like, how many bags does this guy have?
Okay.
It's a pile. It's bigger than he is.
Okay. Well, I
I
just
hope-
thought you were
It's like
saying that
he's
all
laid
came
out
out
a
of
cat-
one bag.
It's like he laid out a full pallet.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank you, Skeezer. I'm going to transcribe that into.
That is not
Pick
what I
up his
meant to
stuff.
write. Rugs, not rubs.
Rubs.
2 rubs.
That sounds like a news story. Well, let's take a look at some of these things. I want to show you what some of the words mean. I'll flip open the brown book.
Brown book has a geometric blue fish embossed on the cover, and inside it's written in Dwarven. I don't know if you speak Dwarven, but pretty much anybody from your area can see what Dwarven looks like. The entire language is written in 9-degree angles.
I have
Everything's
the
geometric.
comprehend languages up at the moment.
Okay. It is also arcane. You're flipping through, and give me an investigation.
Okie doke. If I can get to my character sheet. Investigation roll of
Oh.
20.
Ooh.
Nice.
You flip through Melf's minute meteors,
Oh, holy
spell
crap.
magic,
Hold on a
cloud
second.
of daggers, and enlarge and reduce are in this book.
Dude.
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 I will do my best not to show any excitement.
Dude.
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 Give me a deception.
This is going to be awesome. 8.
Very deceptive.
That book pleasing to you with that's very good.
Fulcrum's over the shoulder. Ooh. No.
Yeah.
I can't read any of this.
I tried to
Well-
explain it to him. He won't understand it. Is expand our market to other outsiders if we find them with very good goods and services.
Well, it's a fascinating read, that's for sure. So this one is made by a people called the dwarves. And they live underground. They are proficient miners and crafters of all kinds of fantastic equipment. Now, this other one over here, this gray one, let's see what that one is real quick.
The gray one has green binding. It is written in you have comprehend languages. It is written in Sylvan. And it is arcane. It has 8 spells in it.
What fuck?
Give me a deception check at disadvantage.
What? Okay, that's fair. Oh, a 2.
Oh, you seem pretty excited about that one. It's bigger, so I could tell it's good.
Well, this one is made by the elves, and it has. Well, they're magical people.
The pitch of your voice, which is always higher,
It actually
higher.
went
I do think that you are
significantly higher,
possibly
didn't
excitable. I'll consider that one a good purchase for you.
it? Haven't even seen what's past the first page. Apparently, it's really amazing.
Give me a religion check, everybody.
Religion.
to decipher what Skeezer is currently babbling. Oh dear,
Natural 20.
Whoa.
Fulcrum,
16.
the
No.
Black Book, this religious text. It's the Tordy Trials of Tor.
The Torty tries to-
It is a book that chronicles the
Narnia.
conquering of metal and fire that Tor did in his Tordy trials to ascend from mortal to godhood, that the mountains would quake at his anger. It is the holy text. It's the Bible for those that worship Tor.
Nice.
It essentially espouses the virtue that nothing worthy, that anything worthy in this life must be taken or conquered.
Okay.
That all good things must be earned.
Yeah, that one looks kind of familiar, but I'm not exactly sure what
Yeah,
it is.
I saw that one in Dad's library. I actually read it. It's about this god, Tor. He's a total badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like it basically tells about how he became a god, and like all his followers. I think. I mean, it seems
Also,
like a pretty-
Fulcrum, because your religion check was, there is an insignia on the dark red book that is written in a combination of infernal and abyssal,
Ooh, I can read
and in-
infernal, but not abyssal.
and in the center is written in common, "The Blood War" by Summoner Jastin Politop. You've heard of the Blood War. The Blood War is the eternal conflict between devil and demon on Plains Beyond.
Nice.
Oh, I actually would like to read that dark red book.
The yellow book written in common across the cover says
That's
the
where we
test-
lose him.
The
Eyes
yellow
turn
book,
red and they never.
Then they never turn back to white again.
everybody can see the yellow book is written in common. The testimonial accounts of Lash agent Willie Barker.
Nice.
There
Yes.
is the red
guy,
book
guy
written in
whip.
common says pastries, popkins, and path food. The sweater has writing on it, like written into it, like writing is stitched into the sweater.
It's the kid's name.
And
It's also got
tapestry
those
has writing on
weird
it.
Strings in it.
and the second tapestry has writing on it.
Okay.
The rug has words and a house emblem. And the other rug also has writing in it. The other rug has writing that no one recognizes. You do know, looking at it, it is talking about a history of families. Skeezer.
Interesting. So this one seems to be some kind of historical document about ancient peoples, perhaps.
Well, that mean that you want to take that book? You should.
It's an interesting one, that's for certain. Well, let
If
me
you
tell
give Bananas the hat, I'll let you.
If I give Bananas the hat, you'll what?
Let you have one book, but you can't have the gray one for the hat.
I kind of pick up and I'm looking at the cape. I'm like, what's this cape? I'm like kind of trying it on. Does it look? Is it? I mean, it doesn't have a hood. I feel like
Okay. As
I
Fulcrum
need a
unfurls
hood.
his cape and puts it around him, you all can clearly see that he can't, on the back, after he's swung it around, it's a Randallian naval coat of arms of rank Commodore.
Whoa.
What?
I see somebody got a promotion.
Is it? Oh, is it like a captain? Is it like for a captain?
Oh, it's a little bit better than that.
Okay. I'm not really a. Well, I guess I kind of am a sailor now, but I wasn't before.
Skeezer, while you're flipping through and looking at stuff, just to get this out of the way, the purple book for sure is an arcane.
Okay.
But what's weird is, though your comprehend languages is on, you are reading a language that for sure you don't know
Oh, okay.
and have never seen before. The spell is making it readable, but without the spell, you've
You'd have
never
no idea.
encountered this language before. And this one is by far spell, and it seems that this book is entirely based on illusion magic.
The purple one.
Yes. It has written in the front 3 silver interlocked P's, the letter P. The large brown book is a ledger that contains an inventory list and a passenger manifest.
Okay.
I think it was the green book, the red book.
The green book, the red book was pastries, popkins, and path
Oh,
food.
thank you.
The green book is written in Elven on the cover. It says Kelia Ash Meadow and the Lavalasil Blessed Pact. And one of the tapestries is written in arcane.
Okay. Well, Mr. Hickama here.
Yes.
Let me riddle you this.
And I'll show him a scroll of major image.
Now, this is a very potent spell. Do you know what spells are?
Yes.
This one is a very powerful illusion magic.
I'll trade that for one of the scrolls.
And he holds up one of the scrolls like,
this is a very potent conjuration magic.
Can I tell what it is?
yeah, it's Blink.
Blink. Okay.
This, and then you hand me that one. Real
Sure.
quick.
Yeah, I'll make that
Give
trade.
it to
Sounds like a
me.
good one. And
Yes.
so the hat for one of the books, let's see. So how about the purple one?
Give me a deception that you actually care about that one. You don't have disadvantage because you calm down.
7.
This is very earnest. So
Very.
Steve,
No, you really like that one. I want the hat, and I want 3 other things.
3 other things. That's a hard bargain. Well,
I'll take the hat and all of his teeth.
And he points at Kodo down the beach.
hey Kodo, do you regrow teeth?
shouting.
No.
That's too bad. Okay, hold on a second. Let me think of this.
Do you?
Sometimes.
I might have what you need. Byron reaches into his pouch and pulls out all the swamp jaw teeth he took from the swamp jaw that we killed back in game session 1.
Ooh.
Or 0, actually.
The banana's like, what are those? Those look...
No. We shouldn't
And he
trade those.
he tries to grab one. Are you stopping him?
We shouldn't trade those.
We can't trade those. Are you kidding me?
Give me deception. Give me deception now.
Oh, please, God.
I mean, I'm nowhere up there near him. I'm yelling up there to him. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Then
still
this
down there
is-
by the rock.
That one.
So you go, we can't trade. You inflect a little too hard. We can't trade those. And then Banana's like,
Oh.
we want his teeth. We want the biggest teeth he's got in his face. And we want the rights to his throat when he dies.
I'm not sure he's going to
His
give
throat?
that up. We probably need to talk about some other sort of currency.
We want the hat, and we want whatever else you guys here. You see our stuff. What kind of stuff you guys got besides with this hat thing?
Well, okay, so this hat thing, by the way, it's like a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know if you realize. There's
You
not
hit
just
him a
one
lead in on
kernel.
his ear, and he's like, what?
This thing could do so
The
many
hat for
things.
the hat for the first book.
Half for the first book?
The hat for the brown book with a fish on it.
Hmm.
Half for a book. Half for a book.
That's a pretty good deal.
That's a great deal.
Hmm. Let me see. Is there anything else?
You know, we could give him the broom.
Ooh, wait a minute. The broom.
Which one was the broom? The broom? Oh, I remember
know,
what the broom was.
There was because yeah, we found in the Vale the broom, those boots that I think Ballroom's using the boots, and there was that one. There was a
I was
belt
kinda
too,
hoping
but
about
I forgot what the belt did.
You talking about the broom that
It was,
like?
wait,
the
oh wait, it
living
was
broom?
the sticky belt. It was the sticky belt. Yeah.
I
it was
I want a broom.
The broom?
Yeah, we have
I
a magic broom. Get this. You give it a little bit of wood. You speak a specific word.
It's okay. Hold on.
Okay.
I want the broom.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we could do that. What are you willing to trade for the broom?
These two scrolls and not the purple book. He's too excited about it, so I
Okay.
want more.
Well, okay.
I
We
don't
can
I
talk
don't know why
about
you
that.
think I'm so excited about that
Is
thing.
someone using
about it.
the sticky belt?
I'll
remember
throw in the sweater and
This-
I'll throw in and you see like he's saying it's like no can't no I know it's heavy. No. Yes, he will throw in those two tapestries because they're great.
You know, there's the other thing I just noticed we had in the bags. Do you remember the blood of the dragon? Do you guys know where dragons are? Let me show you what a dragon is.
Imagine.
And I will magic an illusion. Imagine this, only about 300 times bigger. And I show him like a just massive like red dragon.
Wait, does Kodo
Snarling.
see this from the beach?
Or are you making? But you said it 300 times bigger, so you're making like a one in your hand type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kodo starts to pray.
You see, they're
Kodo starts to
looking
go
at
in attack mode if a red elder dragon
Yeah,
appears on the
That's
beach.
true.
it. You start to. You see in their eyes.
Switch characters, but that illusion get you
Yeah.
every time.
They don't react with the surprise you were expecting.
Oh, okay. Well,
Please
Well-
put that away.
okay. Well, then fine. So let's go ahead and finalize this this trade, and
Yes.
we'll get on with it. So what do you think? That seems pretty good to me.
Well, we also have a sticky belt. You can, and I think really, you can with the way you guys like to carry things around. You might
Sticky
really like.
belt.
Yeah, you can put things to it, and you speak a word, and it'll stick to it, and it won't come off unless you speak another word, and then it comes off.
I want that belt. That's great.
It could be a snack belt.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
is a
even
snack
think
belt.
about that, and you're so right. You really are really smart, Hickam. But you are too, Bananas. I like you. I like you a lot, Bananas.
I want the belt. What do you want for the belt?
Well, I do think my
Not the
friends-
purple book.
Okay.
But you're really excited about the belt.
Well, so what? You know what? Let's
I'll
talk
throw
about
really
in
excited
the
about
two
the purple book.
tapestries and and some scrolls and the stupid sweater and the great sweater. It's great. And the gray book
the gray book.
for the hat and the belt and the broom.
So the belt, the broom, the hat. What? So we were trying to get and talk about the purple book. What would it take? I'm not. That is not someone's body part.
Gotta impress me.
I walk out. Are you wearing the sticky belt?
I don't figure. I was actually trying to determine who had it. I don't think any of us
Okay.
were using.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't think. I assume then no one's using.
I
it, 'cause know
I was
Ballroom
thinking
has
at one point we'd given it to Wrighton, but I don't know if he actually.
I don't
wore it.
think we did. So
No.
I don't think we ever actually gave it to anybody. So I assume we just kind of have it.
Okay. So I kind of look over at you and I point at the belt and hand out.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I strap it around. Did we know what the word is? Have we tried this? Do we know how it works?
I assume Skeezer told us when he
I've
identified it.
identified it. Yeah.
Whatever it is. I literally just start taking stuff out of my pockets and like say the word and just slap it on there and just like I'm putting as much stuff caked on this belt as I possibly can. I'm grabbing stuff off the ground.
Let me see
I'm
if I can
grabbing
find the
stuff off
rules
of
rooms for
people's
it.
bags. I'm like so much that I couldn't even walk with it.
Bananas starts to drool out the side of his mouth, and then
Like,
he's
this is a great belt.
like, "It is. It's undeniable."
And then I stand there and I go, watch this. And I say the release word and they all fall to the ground. Pretty good belt, right? I think it's worth a purple book. I'm just saying.
It's a
All that
Gillifon.
stuff
It's a halfling
for
word.
the purple book, for the belt, the broom, and the hat. And you see Hickam is pulling out like the 3 mil.
Skeezer? This
But
is
I
kind of
want all the other stuff. I want to. They don't want to. What about the?
I start
Would you
taking
be
all the
willing to
stuff that's
throw
on the
in
ground and putting it back
one of
away.
your communication little food guys that allows us to talk to each other?
Separate deal.
Separate deal. Okay.
What about this candy that tastes faintly of pineapples and never seems to go bad?
What's the pineapple?
Try it. I got 7 pieces.
They're both
Can't
licking
believe this
it.
is in the list.
Hell yes. We have a lot of
They're
stuff.
both sticking their tongues out, and he's just wiping it on both.
It goes on forever.
And next
3 gobbledygook pods for the whole bag of candy.
Let's talk to anyone here, but I don't know. What do you think, Geezer? You seem to kind of have an eye for what's going on.
I want those books.
Okay.
I bought the box.
Let's keep going, fumbling. I have
I
a
got a
music.
jagged molar from an unknown beast.
I've got this music box. I pull out a little brass music box, and as I open it up, there's a pair of tiny automatons that
We're never
resemble
getting out
the
of here,
Aesir
guys.
working at the forge. Yeah, I know. We're just bartering.
Ugh.
So hold on. What are we trying to get from them right now? A couple of books.
Spell books.
Right, but how many of the books are we actually interested in?
That's actually what I wanted to know. What
So
Pan,
2 or
Skeezer,
3?
like Pan? What do you actually want? Like that we can get the gray
Just
book,
Those 3 were the main ones, right?
the gray book, the purple book.
Have you cast detect magic on anything, Pan?
Can.
You don't have to. I was just curious if you have.
Yes, yes, I did.
Okay. The gem, both quills are magical. The tapestry is magical. That's it.
Damn.
The spell books are magical, and so are the scrolls because obviously they radiate magic. One of the tapestries is not magical. It glows with a similar pattern as the spell books do.
We have a Waven body.
Oh,
We do.
Are you interested? You are interested in bodies. Are you interested in their bodies?
Yes.
We do have one we can give you. Actually, no, we have a few. There's a few
So
we
we have more than one.
we have. What was like 5 of them last time, guys?
I didn't haul them back to camp. The
No,
only
they're
one
in-
I brought was the live one. And
Right.
then we killed
No,
him,
we could fish them out, but we do have a few bodies from the fight we had on the beach,
3 bodies.
And
a
we
bag of
show-
candy.
and we could show you where 2 dead bodies of some giant toad hypno thingies are.
Sail toads, I believe, is what they called them.
Yes, and we won't reveal the location of them to you though, but we can promise to show you them to you, or at least draw you a map. Because our Skeezer here is also a
They
cartographer.
start mumbling every time. Right. What do you want for the 3 bodies? The map to location of the big froggy thingies, or sorry, the sail frogs, the sail frogs, and for the candy.
Pretty sure that's gonna be all of it. The whole kit and caboodle.
You want everything?
Everything? Even you fucking. Oh,
Took a lot of work getting those bodies.
it did take a lot of work. We can get, and the thing is, we're gonna go fight more, so we can give you guys the rights.
And the hat, and the broom, and the belt.
We will include the hat, the broom, and the belt, and we will give you future rights to any other Waven we kill.
And you'll deliver them here.
Might take us some time, but
We're patient.
what do you guys say? It'll
Sure.
mean,
I
if
say,
we're gonna, if we're
we
not,
define the number.
yes, and here's what I want to tell you right now, and I'm sure my friend Skeezer here would agree. These books you have here in particular will help us kill a lot more Waven, right, Skeezer?
At least most of them. Maybe all of them. And by mostly, I mean definitely.
I try my best inviting Grin.
Okay, so let's do who's ever's got the best persuasion that's actually involved in this negotiation. I'll
Hey,
give it
come
to you
on,
with
Bard.
advantage.
I got a 4.
That's better than me.
Way better than mine. I got a 0.
I have a 3. My deception's a 6, but I'm not lying right now. so-
Somebody needed a writing up there, huh?
Yep.
So-
It's too bad somebody retired him.
For
Dude,
real.
Asshole.
I would have taken persuasion if I could, but unfortunately, warlocks. are
I've
like,
got my persuasion roll.
So you say
So-
persuasion with advantage?
Yes, persuasion with advantage. Go ahead and roll.
Advantaged. Oh, baby.
Not so bad.
21.
You beat me.
Nice.
Bards
Nice.
are always good at that sort of stuff.
It's true.
Yep.
Us bards.
We want in perpetuity upwards of 50 Waven owed for completion of deal in good faith for the length of our lifetime.
50 Waven in your
What?
lifetime.
What are your lifetimes? How long do you live?
Good question.
6 days.
20 cycles.
20 cycle.
I'm not good at math. How long is a cycle?
A cycle is 14 spins.
I think
Let's
they're
see where
talking
this
about
is going.
years. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait, spins? You mean like spins?
Yeah.
I'm gesturing to the spinning sky.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we've been here a few days, have I had a sense like of how often that thing? It seems like it's just a spinning
It's-
sky, right?
Yeah, you can't.
They're
Yeah.
fruit flies. It's going to be
Yeah,
fine.
sure. Like
You know,
okay.
it's 50 by 2.
Shh.
Done deal.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
want that broom.
Oh, we can give you the broom now. Just be careful. The broom can get grumpy. It's grumpy broom sometimes.
I can't see any way that this is going to go disastrously with the hat of corn leader.
You
Well,
have.
they got the broom. It might balance things out.
Here's what you have. You have a spell scroll of contingency.
Oh,
You
shit.
have a spell
on.
scroll of phantom
sh-
speed.
Whoa,
Nice.
Hold on. I got to get a thing I could write on.
I'm already on it.
Okay, good.
Phantom Steed,
Scribe.
contingency.
You already have the blink. You have a spell scroll of bestow and remove curse.
Whoa.
So is that bestow curse and remove curse, or is it bestow slash?
It is both.
Oh,
Dag yo.
Because it's
Yodag.
both combined.
Thank you.
Yo, Dad.
The gray book has clairvoyance, disguise self, tensor's floating disc,
Ooh, good one.
unseen servant, arcane lock, levitate, magic mouth, glyph of warding.
Mm.
The dark purple book is the last of the lengthy spell book. Sorry, everybody.
Cool.
Fear,
Oh,
phantom seed, greater invis,
ooh,
ooh, good one.
hallucinatory terrain,
Nice.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
It's bad.
phantasmal killer,
Yes.
creation,
Whoa.
whoa.
dream,
These are some high level spells, man.
mislead,
Nice.
seeming,
Nice.
program delusion,
Never gonna see another spell again.
project
this is the dump.
image.
Totally worth it. I'm selling your guys' bodies from here on out.
You guys have each book.
Oh, it was so cool. Fulcrum takes the Blood War.
The gem casts bless and or bane
Nice.
once per day. It requires attunement.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's called the Gem of Faith.
Beautiful.
The quill, Hickama does not include in the deal. He holds on to it.
Okay. That's fair.
Both
to come
quills he's clinging to.
Hmm.
And like Bananas is trying to give him shit to give him up. He's like,
No, we did not thorn mentioned by any party in any of the Death Gorth.
The inkwell has waterproof ink in it. It'll write 50 pages before it's empty.
Nice. Skeezer starts diving into the books. I'll be right back.
One tapestry is written in Draconic, and the other is written in Arcane. The one written in Arcane, the tapestry is a giant tapestry version of a scroll. And it is Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion
Nice.
threaded into a tapestry.
But it's also a scroll, so it's still one-time use.
It's a one-time use. You
Or you
burn
can
it,
burn
or
it.
you can transcribe it.
What was the thing written in Draconic?
You
I
guys
can
don't know.
read- I
Yeah,
can
no
read
idea.
Draconic.
If
because
you can read Draconic, okay,
I never thought that would come up, so I'm like,
you're looking at it, and it is talking. Okay, I will start, and you'll get the gist. Actually, I can read a thing. Holy shit! I didn't even think this would
read
come
a
up.
thing,
Hey, it came up.
Thing.
a thing that can read with
I think
a
I
thing.
missed one of the sphere phantasm.
Took a random language because I
Yellow.
could.
When the world was young, Dragon became. Dragon looked across the world, knowing it was first amongst all things. But it questioned what did that mean. So Dragon asked, "What is Dragon?" Dragon chose for itself a mountain to rest upon and ask the most important of questions. Here it sat, unmoving and asking for 1,000 years, and it continues to go on.
Nice. Sounds like a new song.
At the bottom, it says the contemplation of Lonym, Lonym.
Lymon.
Lonym.
Got it. Thank you.
And one rug.
That was a tapestry, right?
Yeah, that was the tapestry.
Okay.
The second tapestry is the mansion. The one rug, roll a history check.
Anyone? Everyone?
Okay.
Anyone that wants to.
Sure. I'm looking at it.
I got.
It was almost an 18, but it's a 2. I'm like, I've been trapped in a cell.
Morgaine, this is a Morgaine and Skeezer. This is the words and emblem of House Sturgis. Vision grants action. It is a noble house out of Loomis. Recently fallen on hard times. Formerly the matriarch of which was the luminary.
Nice.
Or no, was the, sun mother.
Mm-hmm.
The second rug is also written in Draconic.
Nice.
So you're looking at this, and it is a history of Clan Sturzakek, which starts listing all these lines. You're not sure what they're talking about, if it's talking about dragons or dragonborn. It doesn't keep talking about the Mirren Legion multiple times, as many people are listed as Mirren Legionnaires.
Okay.
The sweater requires a religion check to try to decipher.
Only if you
New
want to
religion
ignore the
check?
sweater.
Or was this included in the natural 20 I rolled? Probably not. I was looking at.
Oh, not 20.
We're on the religion tonight.
Okay.
We know
Skeezer,
religion. That's all.
You're looking.
19.
Oh, nice. Okay, Skeezer and Fulcrum. This is what you get, though Skeezer will get a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
This you start to realize is
Oh, motion.
doubled S on top of
Whoa.
themselves.
Whoa, you are
Hurts
slow.
to stare at for too long. Eyes, and you Fulcrum and Caesar.
You'd have to start that over, my friend.
Is tied.
So you're roboting. You're like
Wow.
roboting and
Super
you're having a
slow
lag.
robot.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit.
That was amazing. And then when you
Am I
came
good
clear,
now?
it was just nothing
War.
happened. All right, try again.
Am I good now?
No.
Oh
I'm
no.
not okay.
Oh,
This is not our night.
I'm not okay.
Hey,
I'm
you're
not
good
okay.
now. You're good now.
I'm
you
good
might be
now.
I think you're good now.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
you're-
yeah,
Right.
it seems like you're okay
Yeah.
now.
All right. Fulcrum and Skeezer. It is a double written backwards and looped on top of itself text. So phrases are written inversed, and then
Okay.
it's hard to break down. But while you're staring at it, actually hurts to read. And Fulcrum and Skeezer, you've come across this before. This is trained into those that have dedicated their lives to whisper the god of madness. And
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Skeezer, you see cross-stitched into this, cable knit into this sweater, the phrases, spins her doom by pretty tongues. Mothers love daughters hate, mothers love daughters hate. And then that's one phrase. And then another phrase is written half boy, two boy, or threadly chin. Sinstress seekers both will sin to win her grin.
I think this might be particularly interesting to you, Fulcrum.
The sweater? I don't know. It looks scratchy.
Well, look right there. These words right here. This I think may be referencing something pertaining to you.
You really think so?
Well, that or is just complete gibberish and madness.
Um,
And now that Akna's right there, if she wants, can she hear me?
can you hear?
I can. Yeah.
Yeah, she can kind of hear a little bit.
Okay, Akna had a spooky dream.
Did I? What was it about?
Okay.
Do you really?
I can only tell you if you're gonna
Sorry,
if
I
you'll
don't
have.
want to interrupt your shopping.
You're not. Everybody wants me to interrupt the shopping anyway because they're all tired of it. It's shopping.
Yeah.
So,
Yay. Yes, tell
uh,
me spooky dreams.
all right. It's up to you whether you tell everybody to this, and we just got to go on the honor system. So you are sleeping and you wake back up at home, only Peridot is talking to someone. And when you come clear as to who Peridot is talking to, you see a beautiful woman that's clad in all pinks and flowing robes made of pink feathers. And her nose is long and somewhat pointed. She has pink feathers in her hair, and she looks elven beyond elven. Like the ears are way too long. Features are far too pointed. She looks so beautiful. She seems alien. And she is brushing Peridot's hair, and he is purring heavily. You don't see him typically interact with strangers in this fashion. And then when she sees you wake up, oh, hello. You seem so lost, and I wanted to extend an invitation. I have a home here. I'm paradise. Join me, and I'll offer that to you as well. And for a moment, you feel all the weight of the world lifted off your shoulder. You just feel bliss. And you wake up, this breakfast and cooking food and halflings chatting, and Duz looks over. It's like, you seem to have a much better night than the rest of us. So congrats to that. You didn't snore. The fuck? Like, for once. Bacon? And he hands you bacon.
Wow. That was so nice. I just want to go back to sleep.
Fine. Fucking nothing's happening.
I will. I'll
Assholes
share.
over there went to go talk to like a bunch of weirdos, and they've been up there for like way too long.
Hours.
And if anybody decides to storm this beach, we're all gonna fucking die.
Shit.
Correction, you're all going to die.
Yeah, that's true. We're pretty dead. But
I like him.
We'll put up a good fight though.
Yeah.
No, I'll share that with people. That's fine.
Okay.
That was such a sweet ass dream, y'all. It was so good. I just had
Peridot is in your lap, still purring as if it like he looks equidistant to where he was to you in the dream.
that cat. That cat knows things. Knows things that we don't know. I love it. I'm gonna eat some of that bacon, and I'm gonna tell Des about the dream.
Nice.
It's thick, cut, good.
Yes, I love bacon.
Excellent.
So many spells.
Oh, we already did. We got it. We cleared them out of everything with the quills.
Got
Yeah,
them
so-
all but the quills.
So we are wrapped up with
Let's
shopping.
close up shop and let's get out of here.
Okay.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We'll be talking to you again. We'll get that map drawn for you as well for the frogs, and we'll talk to you about some more dead Wavin soon.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
the dead Wavin. You guys are great. Here. And then he chucks you like, what are we feeling? Grab bag, tote bag, happy bag?
Ooh. I mean, I just like the idea of a happy bag, but I mean,
Happy
looking
bag!
at all the
He throws the bag at you. When you catch
It's out of
it,
corn too.
it feels squishy.
It's totally another head of
squishy.
corn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Take a peek inside.
It's a bunch of fleshy rings.
Oh, that sounds great.
No, it's all lips.
Oh. What?
This is definitely someone's happy bag. I don't know if it's my happy bag.
It's full of smiles.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Some look like his race's lips. Some look like other races' lips. It's a lot of lips. It's a whole bag of lips.
Maybe we could put it in a gumbo? Some type of stew?
I like to like chew on them, like when I'm just trying to concentrate. You guys want anything else? I mean, you got your outsider junk. I got great stuff too.
Wait, aren't we supposed to get something for the big dragon guy?
Well, we were trying to get him a hammer, but like the best he had was a stick with some meat on it and a pointy end.
No, it's a sabab.
The sabab.
Yeah.
Sabab.
Sabab.
Hey, Kodo, do you want a sabab?
Stabab.
Stabab.
Kodo's down in a ritual right now.
No. Oh, I saw him doing this last night. I don't think you want to bother him right now, Skeezer.
Oh, okay. Well, I say let's come on back down then. I think
All right.
that's all we're gonna need.
Thanks. We're gonna go work on getting some more Wavin for you, and
He wants a big smasher.
It's big smasher, yeah.
he does want a big smasher. So if you or if either of you,
I will build him a big smasher.
And some big armor if you got it.
thanks.
They go off.
All right. Well, that was exceptional, guys. I don't know if you
Yeah.
realize this, but this was like many 30s of thousands of gold pieces worth of spells.
So how many years would you have to have been stuck in the academy to have to learn all this stuff?
Oh, probably my natural lifetime.
Which who knows how long.
Wow. And we got it for the hat of corn that will inevitably kill us, a
Mhm,
broom,
mhm.
and that sticky belt, and then a bunch of dead people we were probably already gonna kill because they're assholes.
We did a pretty
Yeah.
good job. I think we make a dynamite duo and trio.
You got really overexcited though. Maybe I can try lying next time. I don't really do a lot of lying, but I think I could.
This is
I
like
think I
the
could do
first
it.
time I've seen spells in this entire universe.
Hey, Levi.
Yep.
I start drawing runes on the ground
Okay.
in the sand, and I light my incense and lay them all around and start chanting in Draconic.
Excellent.
By the time they get to the beach, it will probably have been 10 minutes or so.
Been at least 60 minutes.
It's been actually about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
but
it's been a
Yeah.
lot of time. Sorry about that.
That's
great
Yeah.
shopping episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about.
I'm the one that complains about him the most, and I did it. Sorry, guys.
It's like, sorry, no.
Game a bitch.
We went looking for sticks and got a bunch of books.
It's true.
Bauer's just been paying attention to Kodo most of the time, noticing that he's doing something that looks like it might be religious.
Yeah, so as I'm chanting in Draconic, I am attempting to bring some storm clouds to me.
Never seen anything like this before.
Oh, I'm on the wrong. There we go. Let everybody see what you rolled. Are there any clouds in the sky at all?
There's always clouds in the sky that
Wonderful.
spiral and twist. Sometimes they're more of a cirrus cloud. Sometimes there's more of an angry cumulonimbus cloud. But you do always have something to pull.
Okay.
Are you staring up at the sky?
Yes.
Bauer looks up to see what you're looking at. I don't understand anything you're saying, and I don't understand your ritual, so he's just kind of like wondering what you're looking for.
Hey, real quick, Levi, is that Blessed Bane gem at level 1? I assume.
Yes.
Cool.
So as I'm chanting, I go, Belika Verth Rivos Kam. And I summon my steed.
A squirrel.
A squirrel. If you're saying it loud enough and I can hear it, I can actually understand.
As he does it, you guys see the sage twists and starts to form itself. In the middle of it, a lightning strike hits it. And in the flash, all the halflings freaked the fuck out because it was way too close to the ship and way too loud. And in the middle of all of it, you guys see a giant blue lizard that is really bulky and scaled and aggressive looking, like a super pissed off blue iguana.
Yes.
And it is easily 18 feet long. And it comes up to about its back comes up to about 6 feet tall.
Dude,
It's like
that is a huge monitor lizard.
Whoa!
Bauer mutters, "Great, another mouth to feed." Gets his
That
feeling
was
on the foot.
amazing!
With reverb.
I turn and look. Keurig.
spell it, please.
Kurik.
Okay, good.
I was really hoping I was going to end in a G.
Me too.
I just wanted little disposable cups.
He makes
Like,
coffee.
His breath weapon is a
Should-
spray of coffee. That'd be awesome.
You should be able to go in and make changes. It's controlled by you.
Fantastic.
So if you want to get stats into it, you can.
Okay. Can you load the picture so they see what it looks like that I sent you?
You could call.
Where is that?
I sent it to your
Long time ago.
private message. No, just now.
Just now?
Holy shit, that one of those spells is a level 7 spell.
Don't fuck it up, dude.
Well, did you hear? I think
Did you
walked-
send it to me on Discord?
Correct.
Ah.
Yeah, you might have missed that. The tapestry was one of the tapestries was actually Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion
What?
in scroll as a giant scroll tapestry.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
So we have to keep it like that until you can learn it or one use it.
That's amazing.
But I
Oh.
I
I'll
think I
make
missed.
it a handout. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Keep chatting. I'm almost there.
Yeah, it's definitely that blue chameleon. Oh, that's great. I like that. Did you see the one above that in the little list here? It's probably this one.
That's awesome.
Well, okay, it didn't let me paste it.
Okay, hold on. I gotta save this. How do I get this saved? Dang
Well, I was
it.
trying to link one. I can't link one in my own chat. That's hilarious.
Am I in it?
You have to follow your rules.
In it to win it.
It's pretty wacky,
Save
man.
image as. Yeah, this looks way better than my little crappy icon. Saved. Moved. Isn't technology great?
Yeah.
Desktop. Boom, boom, boom.
So it's a good thing we
Actually,
waited to go
load
save all
the
those people.
image.
Because, just a thought of getting this spell book just put a tingle in my step.
Well, if you like you said it would help though, right? So it's a good thing we got him.
Yeah, one of these spells is a phantom steed for everyone.
What?
Moves faster than any horse. It's pretty amazing.
Did you get? I heard you writing those down as well. Did you get all of them? Because I think I missed one spell out of each book.
Pretty sure I got them all.
Good. Then you could verify it against my the group loot and make sure that's all right. And we got to figure out who wants the gem of faith.
Oh my god.
It's a gem.
Of faith.
Is it there? Can you see? Or is it blank?
It is blank.
It's
blank.
blank.
Okay, hold on. It's angry with me. All right, we'll do this then. See if that works.
Oh, it does show.
Oh
There we
yeah,
go.
there it is.
Dude,
Nice.
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. That is pretty cool. That was well worth it.
That is Koto with his
I'll
drink.
find a way to get a handout.
I like it.
Nice.
That's that thing that just summoned up on the beach.
As
Yes.
just stands and
Robot-y.
Actually, there's no voice at all. So,
Well, it was robot-y.
yeah.
You made a good facial expression.
well,
Yeah.
that's good. As long as I made a good facial expression.
Yeah. I start rubbing his snout.
Ah, you're full of all kinds of surprises. I like it. Well, we didn't get you any kind of giant hammer or armor, but they're apparently going to work on it.
I can make my own.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
I am a smith.
Well, I think we got a few bits and bobs around here, but how long is that going to take you?
I will not have time to do it now.
Well,
With
that
the
case,
proper
we,
forge, it would take me at least 2 days.
2 days.
And that's with a forge.
Well, good news is one of the spells I just learned may be able to create a forge.
What? Well, I was gonna ask, is there a forge in the encampment? Do you remember, Kodo? That if we were to go and push them out there, maybe you could use something in there?
I would have less use for it then.
That's true. Yeah, no, good point.
Well,
Wow.
if we don't have the equipment now, I guess, and it's going to be a while until we get some.
The one that I saw
approaching midday.
used bows and arrows. There was very little forged from what I saw.
What do you think they're mining then?
shinies.
That's fair.
Okay.
What about just a giant stick with a rock attached to the end of it?
I have this axle from your wagon.
Well, technically, it was your wagon. I mean,
Sounds like it'll work.
yeah. I mean, sure, we can do what we can. Do you want to take any of the leathers we have here? Anything we can get to help you?
The hide of a mammal will not help my scales.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Makes sense to me. Well then, do we descend into the deepest, darkest jungle of the island, completely unprepared and ready for danger?
Sounds
Well,
like us.
When I got you guys potions, at least.
So completely unprepared it is.
I mean, really, our
Slump.
adventure thus far has been one guy that knows about boats, a bunch of guys that don't, going out into the sea.
Yep.
Might as well go one guy that knows about the forest and a bunch of guys that have no idea.
Who knows about the
Sounds pretty par for the course.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. Well, let's get to it.
Okay, sure.
All right.
So you guys are all going to take off for the camp.
Yep.
All right.
Think is the camp.
Well, and are you... What? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So while we're wandering
what's
toward
going on?
likely death here,
I don't. No, I was just figuring out we're leaving and you're staying in. What are you going to bed? You're gonna go to bed. Okay. All right. I was
Okay.
just confirming. So you're gonna stay in camp and like.
So you guys all start moving into the jungle.
Mhm.
As you guys are getting about here, you guys get a yell from over here. Oi! Look! Where are you going?
Oh, is that Lindell?
Lindell.
That's Lindell.
Hey, Lindell. Hey, actually, you know what? We should probably let everyone know, right? I'll go take care of it. No, I'll just kind of jog over. Well, we were talking with Kodo, our new dragon buddy, and he has more people that where he and Captain Casey and Akna came from, that we were gonna try and see if we could rescue him, and we didn't want to take everybody with us since you guys need to defend what you got here. So we thought we might help him out. He doesn't want to leave his people behind, and we don't want to really let the elves just sit there to come attack us again.
Well, what if they come here while you're gone?
Well, that's why you're staying here, and Wrighton's staying, and Akna's staying, and you know you're not defenseless. And you know, there's 50 things over that hill. Like
they're called halflings. That's totally racist.
They're people. There's like fish people. They're nice though. They're trading with us. They let you like eat like a little sponge thing, and then you can talk to them. They say like it puts spores in your brain.
That sounds weird. No, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
They're harmless though.
All right. So when were you going to be back?
We don't know.
Kodo seemed to think it was a bit of a trek, and I don't know how big the island is, so it might be like more than a day or two. I don't know.
All right. Well, if you're coming back, then great. And if we never see you again because you're dead, it's been great.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Thanks.
It has been great, Lindell. We'll see
Good
you
luck
soon.
and stuff.
Yeah, keep your head down. Watch the waves.
Do your best not to starve on the beach while we're gone.
Yeah, I'll do my best to, like fix the ship that I care about. You go have fun with blue fish people.
Thanks,
Well,
Lindell.
I'm pretty sure
You
everything
guys
was
He
Right.
seems pleasant.
He's very pleasant, actually.
He's had some hard times lately, and he also almost died. Like
Like
2
4
days ago.
times yesterday.
Yesterday.
How hard could a child's life be?
You guys trek into the island.
Kodo,
Very well spoken.
he's like a halfling. He's not actually a kid. He's like, how old is Lindell? Like 40? I don't even know.
It's probably about it.
I was his size at the age of 3.
I haven't yet hit his size.
Little people.
On that note, you guys march into the tree line. You guys travel the latter half of the day. You are starting to see more of the indigenous life. You now start to see roaming herds of these weird, triple jointed goat things. They have a long, sloping neck and long ears that hang straight down. They seem to have no problem going up and down cliff sides. And give me a perception check. This will be like a few hours in.
Okay.
That everybody.
Sure.
Come on, die, roll.
Yeah, mine- there it
17.
goes.
Non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20.
Byron
Nice.
just doesn't want to see shit today.
Nope.
He's like,
Just no, the rum's gone.
that rum bottle is just singing that last sweet lullaby as she's saying goodbye for the day.
The view through the bottom is
Uh,
always the same.
It's rough, man. Morgaine,
Yes.
you catch in the distance a small figure in a tree on a branch that's about 20 feet up. And as your group gets within 100 feet of said tree, it ducks behind the tree trunk. It was somewhat humanoid. It had 2 arms, 2 legs, but a squat, small body. It was smaller than a halfling. You didn't really get a good look at exactly what it was, but it didn't seem. It had almost no neck. The head was like set in the shoulders, pretty tight. It had a wide, squat body. You notice it for a couple minutes, thinking it's somehow part of the landscape, and then when it ducks behind the tree, you realize it was a thing, and its movement sort of gave it away. Fulcrum, you are going along, and you see above you in the sky something that flies along laterally. So you guys are moving northeast, and this thing moves from southeast to northwest, like sort of across your path. It looked like some sort of bipedal thing with wings or attached to something that allows it to fly.
Was it too fast to determine like height and like how big
It
this
was
thing
really high up. It was like a half.
Okay.
And with the brightness of the sun, it's almost a silhouette. It didn't appear to flap anything but glide.
Okay. Hey guys, didn't some of the people around this island talk about? I remember Skeezer, you said you talked to some of the animals and they warned about really big birds. Because I think I just saw one, or at least a bird.
Relatively speaking, it was large, but the thing was talking to me. It was kind of a small, like squirrel-like creature.
Balrin, you knock back the last shot, and as you're looking in the bottle, you gaze up at the sky, and it seems like the clouds above your island are shaped vaguely like the torso, head, and arms of a humanoid. You're kind of zoning out, like playing the cloud game with yourself. You kind of, and then it starts to move again with the twisting clouds, and maybe you're just seeing stuff. You're not sure.
Look over at the Dragonborn. He doesn't seem to be doing anything right.
No, he's tending to the drake. The drake is not jumpy, but hyper aware of its surroundings. It keeps twisting the air in every possible direction. Kodo, maybe it's just that you called it here, but Kirk seems over.
Ooh, we lost some of that.
Overly what?
Kodo, Kirk seems overloaded with news.
New stimulation.
Is it getting to be about that time where we take a quick break so Levi can restart his Discord?
Oh.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of sounding all right now.
Yeah,
And now we'll take. No, we're good.
No, you're good.
You're good.
All right. Good.
I think it's pretty quick.
You just had to catch up.
You guys go into evening. Do you push through the night or do you make camp?
I wanted to, before we do that, I want to see if I can that thing. Tell these guys to hang back. See if I get a closer look at the little squat thing that I spied.
Okay.
Tell them to hold tight. I'm just going to try to sneak around and just get a good look.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Nice.
Bad.
Good roll.
You walk up to the tree. You don't see anything. You're staring. There is nothing there.
I look around to see if I can see a silhouette move like off in the, like in a similar, like if something was also climbed up in a tree that was, maybe there's more than one of them or something.
And you're looking around. You catch a squat, six-legged, hairless and stout creature with a muzzle kind of like a badger that's snuffling through the underbrush and rooting around. It's about 30 feet off to your side.
But it doesn't look
That's
like
the only movement you see.
doesn't look like the other thing.
It does not.
Okay, I'll head back. If I happen to catch another one off in the distance, I'm gonna try to sneak up to. But that's only if I see one.
Okay. You do notice that the yellow bird is behind you 4 trees back, perched.
And we're kind of deep in now, right?
Yes.
So it's following me. All right.
Well, do we want to go into this thing exhausted, but maybe on time?
I don't think we're going to be good. I mean, I've done the exhausted fighting with you guys earlier. Much care for that. I think
It's
we're
not
going to be
very
better
fun.
if we're prepared, right?
I do not think we are there yet.
Right,
no,
exactly.
We're definitely not there yet.
It was just we wanted to keep pushing through without resting or taking a chance to make sure we're well rested and ready to,
In a dark, unknowable jungle island with creatures that we have never seen before.
Well, can you imagine us protect us, Skeezer?
Oh, for sure. That's totally a possibility. I'm just saying, do we want to push on and test our limits, or do we want to go ahead and take it safe?
Safe?
I don't see how we're any good if we're starting an ambush half prepared. I think it's the whole point of an ambush, right? Being fully prepared.
I mean, I could take some time. I mean, since they're not going to last, a lot of your potions are going to fade. We took some time to camp now. I could get us a new batch for tomorrow and get us ready to go. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and set up the camp and our old favorite trusty dome of a impervious tiny hutting.
Impervious tiny hutting.
10-foot radius immobile dome of force.
Lehman's tiny hut.
Great spell. Love it.
What are watches, if any? I believe Captain Magic elves stay up all night. Am I wrong?
We each need 4 hours of trance time.
Yeah.
So between the two of us, we can cover an 8-hour rest
And
period, which is a
If
long
you guys are all right with it, I will forego a watch to instead use my watch making the potions. Since I'll have to take short rests.
Okay.
We only need 2 watches for a long rest anyway, right? So I
We
mean,
can take care of it.
you can do whatever you want to then.
Okay.
As long as you get your 8 hours of rest so that you don't
Sure.
have fatigue, you're fine. You can do
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Just double check for me, Morgaine, that I believe for the full, that though you only need to meditate for sleep and not exhaustion, all casters need 8 hours. So just double check for me, guys, that I'm pretty sure that holds true. I'm not sure about druids because I think with him it's a time of day thing.
We have to pray at like, well, for my guy
Right.
it might be high tide or whatever he has to go
So
pray.
Morgan, just check that you don't need like 8 hours of rest. I know that there's a catch point with an elf needing 4 hours of meditation for not being exhausted, but then I think casters still need the full casting time, not a catch. But you're an arcane archer, so I'm not sure how.
Yeah, basically all my stuff resets with way.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says you can only prepare your spells once per long rest, and you prepare them. It takes 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list.
And a 4-hour trance is considered a long rest for an elf,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
And I
so
don't
after
believe-
resting in this way you gain.
Okay.
And as I'm looking at Arcane Archer right now, it's technically not spells he gets; it's more like you know,
Right.
magical
Just
abilities. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So then that means I basically got Balrin on the first and Morgan on the second. All right. Balrin, as you're sleeping or as you're meditating and you're watching over everybody, all of a sudden you hear really loud flapping of wings coming from the south.
I pull my trident, stand up, see if I can locate with my keen elven eyes what it is that is flapping from the south.
You can see a giant silhouette. And as it's taking off, you think it's a dragon, but it's shining like it's reflecting light from the moon, and it seems to have stuff that's made its body larger in the center mass vertically, and it's flapping huge wings. If you had to guess, this thing has to be 300 feet wingtip to wingtip.
Whoa!
Oh shit!
It
Thank you.
slowly goes across and above you, and for a moment, this area of your forest, there is no moonlight for a second. It doesn't notice you. It just seems to keep going. And
What did it pick up?
it didn't pick up anything.
Oh, it just took off?
No, it didn't take off. You hear its flapping of wings from the south.
Oh, I
as
got
it
you.
soars over your area, and you see a glimmer of a couple things fall from it as it passes from one way to another. Like they fall from it and hit the ground.
How far away? I'll go over.
It
and see
looks
if I
like a
can-
couple hundred feet into the tree line ahead of you. You'll have to dig around for whatever it was, but if you give me an investigation check, see if you.
Totally fine.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
man.
You find not only the one that fell ahead, but you double back and find two more.
I'll pick up
They
whatever these
are-
things are.
They are
More skeezers.
Damn it!
you are holding green leaves made out of crystal. It's like someone cut a gem into the shape of a leaf. Each one is about the size of a dinner plate.
So you're saying they're valuable?
You don't really give me an appraisal. Well, hold on. Appraisal.
Oh yeah, I don't think it exists anymore.
Call it an intelligence check.
Oh man, close.
They look shiny by all rights the way you've been raised. Somebody's going to think this is.
I pocket 2 of them. Grab
They're
the
huge.
third one.
You gotta bag these. These are the size of dinner plate.
Oh, okay. Well, I bagged 2 of them.
Okay.
I'll take the third one back.
Okay.
Wait for if I don't have any more encounters inside the little hut of keeping us safe. I will wait for someone else to awaken and show them what I've found. But we'll wait till then. I'm not going to wake them up from their rest.
Morgaine wakes up, and you guys get ready to swap
Tag
spots.
off.
Hey, Bard. You ever seen anything like this before? I hand him the crystallized leaf dinner plate.
Have I?
No.
I didn't figure, but
No.
It'd be nice if you were an actual bard.
it would if I was.
Might have
I could
actually had a
probably
roll.
tell you.
You can give me a history check if you want.
I can make stuff up.
God, I'm terrible at this part. Oh,
It's not terrible.
not bad at all.
It looks to your eyes to be a elaborately ornate and, to be honest, frustratingly custom cut gem that is very thin and very wide. Like somebody went to a lot of trouble to have this made. The only thing that makes sense to you is if it was somehow magically crafted. That's no one cuts a gem flat.
Where the hell did you find that?
A large creature flew overhead, and it dropped as it flew over, which leads me to one of 2 conclusions. Either one, it's actually constructed of these scales, or 2, some sort of gem has actually been reforged to take the impression and was lodged between scales and fell as it was flying. I don't know which. It was too high up, it was too dark. I couldn't actually get a good look at it, but it was incredibly large, like the size of a dragon.
Hold on. So there's a crystal dragon made
Or
of
a-
leaves. That's what
Or
you're
a
telling me.
dragon that's sitting upon large chunks of crystal that has it wedged in its scales.
Do I notice that his rum bottle is empty?
It is totally empty. It
I'm
is
like,
sideways.
Hmm.
It's over there at the edge of the thing. And you can see that like the bag has been rifled through, and you see like smaller ceramic bottles that are kind of set near where he's sleeping.
All right, so I put my hand out to see if you'll hand it to me so I can look at it.
The empty bottle? Hell no.
No, not the bottle. I don't need it. So I'm looking at the scale trying to decide what this actually is.
You're holding a crystal cut plate
right.
shaped like a giant leaf. The leaf in question is a single leaf with a simple non-serrated edge.
And it's like,
Yeah, it's a rounded diamond. It looks like and well, not an ash leaf. Let me look up what kind of leaf would this would be.
like an aspen leaf, like kind of triangle.
I'm looking at like, let's see, aspen.
I don't know, for some reason that's what popped in my head.
Yeah, aspen leaf, but smooth, not serrated.
Okay.
Here's the whole list of leaves. Poplar. It looks like a poplar
Okay.
leaf, or a chokeberry leaf.
I don't know
Chocoberry.
chokeberry, but I know the other, so.
Quay.
Exactly.
So the funny thing is, this thing's actually kind of sharp.
So it fell off a dragon, you're telling me.
Or a wagon.
It's, well, I mean,
Well, he's
some
definitely
flying
off a wagon.
creature the size of one. I'm not saying it was a dragon.
And it
The thing that throws you off, Balrin, is for the moment that you looked up from underneath, your gut would say dragon. But while it was approaching from the south and retreating into the north, and you could see the top of it kind of from the side and underneath, it did not look like a dragon. It looked like a lumpy hill trying to take flight.
I don't know. In the night, there's no way I'll be able to. I was able to get a good enough look at it to know what it was for sure.
And which way did it fly?
North.
It was like sparkly though.
In the direction he says it flew, is there anything like, is that going uphill?
More
No,
importantly, is that the direction we're going?
no,
Okay.
no. The way the island is starting to curve with the shoreline, that thing took out over water towards somewhere else.
Oh, so it flew off the island, basically.
It
Or trying to fly off the island.
Balrin did not see it take off. It was in flight when he saw it.
Right. Okay. I just didn't know how far. I didn't know how. I guess we don't know how big the island is, so never mind. Okay. Good enough. Let's maybe we'll ask the others later when they're up. If they have any ideas, because I don't have any ideas.
And with that, morning comes. You guys can see along the shoreline as morning comes, large horse fish-like hybrids with like angler teeth unearth themselves from the shoreline and the beach where they had buried themselves and take off into the water.
It's messed up.
There's like 6 of them, and you can see it outside of the tree line as you're kind of running parallel to the shore on this path, but it is easily like 1/8 of a mile away. Nowhere near you, but it's weird because you're all getting ready in case it's whatever it is going to come at you. These large things unearth themselves on the beach, and then they go right into the water.
So basically, everything on this island is completely normal.
For this
Everything
island.
on this island's completely scared of whatever that thing is.
What thing?
I pull out my dinner plate scale that I'd shown to Morgaine. You ever seen anything like this, gnome?
Have I ever seen a gnome? Well, yes. Yes, I have. Oh, that thing. Oh, hold on. Let me take a look.
Ooh, it's shiny.
What would this be? Like a nature?
Sure.
That means whatever you roll, you don't.
I'm much better at history, but yep.
It is a gem or crystal made flat leaf the size of a plate.
Well,
It is in the shape of a poplar leaf.
Yep. I would say right there you have yourself a very finely cut crystal.
It fell from the creature that flew over us. Either wedged between scales, or it is in fact a scale of the creature. The creature glistened in the moonlight as it went over, but I couldn't get a good look at it because of the shadow it cast.
Well, did it look like it wanted to eat us?
I don't think it could see us because of the hut, but
Well, then perfect. Well, we'll just have to keep our eye out for a gigantic flying monster.
Well,
size of a
technically
dragon.
we already were. Or at least I was keeping an eye out. Ever since
I
you
believe
told me
that's the
about flying
creature that
monsters.
the animals had told you about.
You know, that might be why that banana guy wasn't so impressed with the dragon.
It's
Yeah,
probably also why those creatures bury themselves in the sand.
yeah, I don't think I'm going to be casting fly anytime soon again. I don't.
No, probably not.
That's probably a bad idea. I don't want to be up there alone with giant crystal thingies that are the size of dragons.
Well, okay, what was it really like? Late in the night, middle of the night, nearest to the day?
Middle of the night.
Middle of the night. Okay, so nocturnal, most likely. And which way did he go?
North. He came from the south, flew directly over to the north.
What's the south look like now in the daytime? Anything notable over there? Like mountain or anything?
Yeah, we're in the middle of the
Trees,
jungle,
like you're in the middle of the jungle, kind of. This terrain is jungle, but rocky and uneven.
Okay.
So it'll go from being like a low spot with really soft, wet earth that's like sandy in consistency to having these large erratics that are almost like little baby cliffs. So the tallest the island's to get is like 3 stories, but it'll be long, flat, and it'll suddenly drop off with a cliff or ravine, and then it'll be soft earth. And the trees here grow on the sides of the cliff, like clinging with root structures going deep in sideways and on top. So life seems to just flourish in place here.
Well, this doesn't quite look like any terrain I've seen outside of like maybe Skelix. And Skelix was definitely an area filled with all kinds of strange reptilian monstrosities. But I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to keep pushing on, knowing that that's a possibility out there.
Yeah. Well, just knowing that as a possibility, I got you all a new potion for the day. So here you guys
Excellent.
go. And hold on one second. I'm gonna look for the nearest bit of wildlife. Scanning around, see one Eldritch Blast. Well, Hex Eldritch Blast. Just, okay, I'm ready to go.
You've definitely taken a dark turn in recent times, but at least
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
just
you
feel
are.
like I'm getting a better grip of my stuff. And also, I think most of the things on this island are dangerous. We're probably gonna try and kill us. So why not work on my target practice?
Speaking of grip, as you are getting up and checking on all your gear, Fulcrum, the broken piece of blood-stained chair that had affixed itself to you is now loose in your pocket and no longer affixed to you.
Pick it up, kind of look
As
at
you roll it over in your hands, there is not a single bit of blood in the wood. The wood is clean.
Huh. That's weird.
And the area where fixed to your leg, you have a new extension of your tattoo that's now in your
Like completely separate. Like there's not a part from my arm that connects it. It's like a new portion of the tattoo
It's
down
a
there.
new area. Yeah, it's a new area. And this one is made out of orange thread.
Orange.
And
oh shit.
Hmm.
Oh, why did these? I don't have to think about them. Skeezer.
Uh-huh.
This is the thing I showed you yesterday, and now it's a thing. But I don't think we have time to really think about it. But
Oh, the splintered wood piece you were talking about?
yeah, it fell off, and I have a new tattoo now.
Oh, okay. So, at some point we're gonna have to get to the bottom of that and this other mystery. The mystery of the multiple skeezers.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff happening, but I guess
Oh,
not getting killed by
many mysteries.
not getting killed by Wobben's probably a good idea.
Dragon Man.
Dragon Man.
Yes. Here,
His
have you
name's
seen one of these?
Kodo, Balrin.
You know what these scales come from. You've been here longer than any of us.
It's not a scale, right? Just an emerald
It's
plate.
not a scale.
Could be.
It is not a scale from a dragon.
So you believe it was something that was wedged between...
I will not guess what I have not seen.
You've never seen anything like it then?
No. For all I know, he could be carrying green gems and may have dropped some on his flight.
That was my other probable...
Perhaps he has a hoard somewhere.
See, now you're talking. That's what I was curious of myself.
But
You
no.
never seen this in your time in the mines. You never saw anything like this fly over, huh?
No, I was working.
This would have been extremely hard to miss.
Well, if he's in mines, Kodo. If Kodo was in mines, he's underground, right?
I was under the impression the mine was not underground. But
I guess I don't know. I just think mine, what I've read,
Yeah, I think you described what? Was it like a strip mine? Almost like an open area?
Yes, large pits.
Oh, okay. Maybe the Waven have a way to ward these things off, or at least know how to avoid them.
Yeah, judging by the topography out here, I don't think it would be possible for there to be a mine down deep. You probably hit ocean water almost immediately.
Oh, I guess that's right. I don't know how geography works.
All right, then.
Onwards and upwards, gentlemen.
As
And
it,
dragon.
as it flew overhead, it looked eerily like a dragon. I noticed earlier you were looking to the sky for something when you were praying before you summoned your steed.
Carrick, yes?
Eric.
I was looking for Yashara.
I've probably ever heard that name.
Roll a history.
Oh, I did
Or
religion.
Whichever you got better.
19 on religion.
You've heard tale of Ishara as one of the dragon gods. You don't really understand the dragon gods. You know there's not very many of them. You know that there's like less than 5 total.
Follow-up history roll, of which Bowron apparently knows very little at this point,
Oh man.
to see if I know much about the fate of the dragons after the Scale Brigade War. I know they took part in it, but I know very little of what happened to the Dragonborn.
Clearly.
I know what happened to the dragons, from what I understand, but I don't know whatever happened to the...
Scale Brigade, the Dragonborn were real bad, and they hurt people, and they showed up, and after that, they were gone.
That's what I was assuming.
Right.
Me too.
Well,
I guess we keep pushing on. Lead the way, Kodo.
yeah, whatever it is, it must live on the surface or just flies all the time. Probably by night, and probably super deadly.
Many of our
Possible.
blue elders spend their lifetime in the sky. It's possible if it's a dragon I have never heard of, that it is always in flight.
Well,
Or makes
considering
it-
their seahorses look like that, I mean, who knows?
I'm sure we could look like just about anything we could think of. Do you know how much further we are away from the camp at this point, Kodo? Another day, maybe?
At least another day.
Okay.
Well, keep our eyes out.
You guys move through the jungle, following Kodo's lead. Kodo, give me a survival check, because you're starting to get unsure of the path at this point.
Ooh, God, I hovered on that one for a while.
You get a little bit turned around at one point. You take a breather, you focus, and then you pick back up on a path that feels familiar based on the location of 3 trees that you did catch sight of on the way originally through this spot. And you find your way back again. You guys come down out of this rocky cliffside area to more of a flat plain where you start to come across tall grass, and inside this tall grass, a lot of these seed pods with multicolored seeds, and this plant you haven't seen before. Everybody make a perception check.
Killing it today.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
Look at us.
my
Man,
God.
we are killing it today. Look at that.
Seed pods,
It was bound to happen.
Tide pods. Good to go. That's what their new name is.
All right.
Got a 4 and a 5.
Don't worry, guys. It's just one of those super deadly traps we encountered in an earlier episode. New guy's puking his guts up in the corner.
Morgaine,
Yes.
you see movement ahead. It doesn't look like anybody else catches it. And it has its back to you right now.
Like, run, stop.
You see on a bit of a rise in this field, a single Waven that seems to be looking in the opposite direction, and it is like a mile away.
So I don't know what that was for. But
Jurek sees nothing as well.
You botched like twice
That
in
was
a row.
Two
That's
perceptions. Yeah.
Man.
Amazing.
What was that about digital dice? I'm giving up. Yes, that's right.
I was just noting that
That's
you got
right.
a new character and went right back to the digital dice.
Alright,
Oh, that's amazing.
And they're retired.
stay down. I can see one of the Waven up there.
Yeah.
Waven.
He's not facing us. Let me see if I can get closer.
Well, hold on, wait. Morgaine,
Mm-hmm.
do you mind if I come with you and I reach out to grab your shoulders? I do, and suddenly, without warning, you like pinprick of like one of my like tattoo tendrils into you, and we both turn invisible.
Yes.
It's like, I was thinking about trying to be stealthy, and
Yes.
where are you, Morgaine? Are you still there, Morgaine? Morgaine?
Now that we're
Morgaine?
stealthy, let's be quiet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Sure.
So I
I'll
guess
go with you.
I'm
Okay.
gonna sneak quietly.
So we are both invisible. I lost my hex, and I'm focusing now on visibility. How this has been after we've been going for a little while, Levi, into the second day, or pretty early on?
This is like, it would be like 10 a.m. ish.
Okay, good to know.
Few hours.
So
in.
it's a long time past breakfast.
Sure.
Because it's been slow going up and down all this like rocky terrain, but now it's opened up. It's gotten
Yeah.
a little bit easier. You guys get very close.
I think we get.
Yeah, I
with
do not roll
invisibility-
remotely good enough to see or note the invisible. Give me stealth checks to see if you don't
It
give away
is
your position. You guys
stealth-
have advantage.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I rolled off an 18. Damn.
Pretty average, yeah.
23.
All right. You guys are pacing. You notice that this Waven is watching over these squat, maybe 3 to 4 foot tall, wide set. I'll just show you a picture. That'd be probably better.
1,000 words.
Picture of
3,000.
everything.
These things are going through with little side pouches, and they're carefully removing pods and placing it in bags. These things sometimes are hairless.
Did you show anything?
I see it on
oh.
the stream.
Yeah, I do see it on the stream. I don't see it though.
I didn't see it either, but I saw it on the
I
stream.
got it.
So.
Yeah.
He must have
hold
he
on.
must have just shared
Stream
a Makoto.
Hold on. I'll fix it.
Fine, I
I'll
don't
fix
need to
it.
see it, guys.
Stream saw it. Everybody else saw it.
Oh, no one wants to see it. It's fine. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
You notice that one of them is bald like that one. 2 more have hair that come on the head, down the side a little bit, and then extends across the back and shoulders, almost like a scruffy, ragged mane.
Ultimate mullet.
Yes. How big are they?
They are almost like square. They're like 3.5 to 4 feet tall and that wide.
Nice.
And a single Waven is looking. You see, you're waiting. The same one that you're sort of stalking does not have he has a spear slung across his back. Now that you're able to get this close, Morgaine, his weapons are weird. Oh well, you would have noticed this before from the one you looted. His spear blade and all of his arrowheads aren't metal or wood. There's some kind of white, pearly, hardened material that's sharp.
And we saw this before?
Yep. I just didn't make a note of it before. Sorry.
Okay. But it was just the type of weapon.
Yes.
The material.
Uh-huh. And he's got the bow out with an arrow knocked, but it's not drawn, and it's kind of casual at his side. And you see one of the brown things that's moving, grabbing pods. He shouts something at it, and it starts to pick up the pace.
Is this the only Wavin that we can see? There's not any other like sitting on like a few
Yeah,
of
I
them
was about
watching
to
out.
literally ask the same thing.
Perception check.
Perception. Oh,
Good thing for that.
Shoot. I don't. Actually, am I supposed to roll advantage? Actually,
No.
Okay, I still
I
have
do,
it
though.
advantage. Hold on.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Nat
All
20
right.
that
'Cause
rolled
the
back
dice
to an
didn't show
8
up
for
that
some
way.
reason.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't show up that way. That's
Yeah.
really.
I'm gonna roll mine just for funsies then.
Nice.
It just likes to call you a liar. That's all.
All right. You both are scanning the area. You do not see any other Wavin in the area.
I don't trust it.
I don't either.
Nat 20 doesn't reveal it. Definitely happened. It's a dragon.
So
You even take your time. Like you skirt around him. You don't see anything.
all right. All right. Stay down. Stay completely hidden.
Kind of keeping an arm on you so we don't lose
Yeah.
each other.
So I'm gonna get where I have just a
Should I?
fuck ton of cover.
And should I wait? Like, should we both like attack it?
It's all tall grass. So you do have cover, but it's not rigid cover that can protect. It's cover that obscures being able to see you. So you have it, but you don't. Like it once you're revealed, then if he can get a bead on you, you won't have quite as much as you'd like.
Can we get to a position where we have like a tree or something like that?
This is open grassland right now in this field. So you can retreat back, but that'll put him at a really long range for your bow. Now for you, that's probably okay.
Right. How close are we right now, approximately?
You are within 20 feet of him.
Oh shit. Okay.
You
I
have a
realized we were
really
that
good
close.
line of sight. You guys are extremely close. You're both invisible.
Pretty sure he's in range.
I think he's in range. All right. I'm gonna try this.
That'd have been point blank back in the day.
If he makes
Sure
it
would.
through, let him have it.
Okay. Should like stay away from him though? You're gonna be shooting something I should avoid.
Not necessarily. I'm
Okay.
just
All
gonna
right.
shoot something you don't want to get hit.
Usually the case. I'll follow your lead.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna fire at him.
Should I wait? Should I go back and warn the others that we're about to,
Well, this is the only one.
get him while he's alone?
Basically, stay hidden. If others show themselves, then we retreat. He's the only one. We'll finish him.
Okay. All right. I'll wait for your lead. I'll hit him after you do. Okay.
All right.
And I'm gonna get in position where I can quickly, within since we're 20 feet, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. But the idea is after he shoots, I'm within. I can close the distance to melee.
Happy stabby time.
Yep.
Stabby, stabby
And
time.
actually, as I'm sitting there, I'm gonna doff my shield, and as I'm invisible, Morgan can't see this, but I'm slowly stitches forming into a great sword.
Nice.
Dag yo.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna take. I guess it would be a surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
Where
You have advantage.
I have advantage.
Invisible.
Fantastic. All right.
Oh,
Good thing you needed that.
Yeah, good thing.
Grief.
And the dice are not with us today, hardly.
They are not.
Unless we're making religion checks.
Yep.
Yeah. Non-combat things were good.
You hit,
Okay.
and this breaks your invisibility.
It's okay. So, oh, actually, did I make a thing for this? I did. So he takes 10. I will use my extra attack. This one will be 5.
It'll be what?
Minus
minus
5.
5.
-5. Okay.
This one does not have advantage.
Right.
That's a hit.
So you
All right.
hit some. Nice.
So takes that plus 10, so it takes 18.
All right, and if he's still standing at that
Okay.
moment,
He is
Fulcrum's
still
gonna
standing.
run.
So it is, and then it pins in his lower side, right in the ribs, and he's just like, and he turns, and then it goes and lands in his opposite shoulder, and you see it puncture above the clavicle through the front. And he is turning and trying to draw a bead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so a second he's that I'm gonna rush up invisible and bring Stitch around, and as like it's in like mid swing, I come into visibility and just bring this giant black serrated greatsword clean around towards him.
Awesome. You
and a
have
strike.
advantage.
All right.
Oh, excuse me.
No, red eyes now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, for him, this is gonna for this Wavin, it's gonna look fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Wavin doesn't see any of this.
No.
All the Wavin sees is all the grass starts to cut
Ooh.
itself.
It's a 25 to hit
That's
on
a
the
hit.
first.
That's a
and
hit.
Let's see if I changed this correctly. Yeah, 2d6, right, for a greatsword?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 5 and a 3 plus.
Looks like you got +3 +1 on there is what it looks like.
Yeah, that should be correct, I think, because of 3 for my charisma and then 1 because it's a magic
So that's-
weapon. Oh, and the Stitch +7 is to hit. All right, so cool. So that's 12 on the first strike.
He's still up.
All right.
Poor bastard.
It's bad. It's real
It's
bad.
gotta
Second
hurt.
normal strike. Oh, I rolled a red eye.
Oh,
It's a 1.
okay.
Brickles.
So as he turns to draw a bow, all of a sudden, all the grass near him parts and starts to slice itself. And before he can understand what that even means, a black blade tears through his chest as a red-eyed demon appears out of nowhere.
So I wonder what those guys are up to over there.
You probably heard Fulcrum scream when he swung in the blade.
He pulls his bow. We need to write actually initiatives. At this point.
Yeah, at this point.
I was
Everybody
hoping
roll
to not get
initiative.
into-
Do-do-do-do.
Beans.
Can't believe you guys failed to kill the sentry.
I know. I
Working
could have
on it.
done my second win. Or, yeah.
Did my
Can't
best.
believe I rolled so low.
Or, sorry, action surge. Just trying to put it on action surge.
Oh, I forgot to click my token when I did that.
Oh, god dang it. I did the same, though. I guess we're not on a map.
Yeah, well, technically we're on a map, but
I'm in there on
Wrong
the initiative
map.
where I'm just going to write in what I was. I'm a 20. I'm
I
not
rolled
20,
the
I'm sorry, I'm
exact
19.
same
Well,
thing.
The turn order will save when he goes from one map to the other.
How in the world did I roll a 4 twice?
Okay, so I got.
hey, I rolled a 7, then a 3.
Although he's clearing
Clerics
it,
in
so
there, and I gotta add all y'all because I'm dumb. So we'll add a turn for Fulcrum,
Yeah, I'm at 19.
Skeezer, Valrin,
I gotta keep my ACs
and
lower
for
right now.
Kurto. Oh, that I did it for Kurik.
So, Ballard, at
That
some
is hard
point,
to
there's
grab.
something I may have you help me with that may make one less skeezer.
Oh no!
It's called murder.
Does sound like murder.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. It
Sure
might be a
sounds
mad
like it.
experiment that ends up in a suicide, though.
Oh my
Kurto's
god!
7. And
now I'm intrigued.
I thought you might
is
be.
a 19.
My god!
To make it out of this entire mess, I'll help oversee whatever it is you want done.
And Skeezer
Well,
got
while we're waiting for anything
four.
to happen here, take
you
a look
guys
at
rolled
this.
shit.
I'll show you my tattoo.
Is it different?
Just remember it. Like that shape exactly. So later
Okay.
we're going to fiddle with this thing, and it's probably going to be disastrous.
It changes.
I think it does. At least that's what I've heard. It's hard to see my own back.
And I'm just on the same initiative as Kurik. So, Fulcrum, you are the top of the initiative. it doesn't even get to go.
All right.
I rolled a 7, so
All right, we're gonna take 2 more strikes with the greatsword.
Feeling that's gonna be
19 to hit.
that's a hit. This'll probably be it.
12.
And as he's drawing the bow, the demon upswings. How does his story end?
So after missing him on second strike, I bring the blade back around, and I upswing and just cut him from hip to shoulder, just straight up through.
You go clean up through,
and the blade right back into my hand.
Blood, blue purplish blood splatters in a high, wide arc, landing across the grass as the upper body spins, landing.
He just got Darth.
Well, that's one for bananas.
Oh, it's amazing.
The brown squat creatures see you, and they immediately drop to their knees and put their hands on the ground.
Okay, I pull the blade back inside of my tattoo, and I also put my hands up. It's okay. I think Kodo mentioned these people. Hey, guy. Hey, Morgan, you should get the guys. I'm gonna keep an eye on these guys. I'm trying not to make too much
stand up. I
noise.
assume they're in eye shot, so
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna keep scanning. I'm not necessarily gonna have my, but I'm gonna keep scanning to make sure there's no outs that I can.
Okay. I'm just trying to. Can I make a persuasion check just to try and? I mean, I don't know if they're gonna move, but to try and calm them or to keep them like. All right.
Roll persuasion.
The translator will be here in a second.
22. Just trying to be calming. Just even after I just destroyed their friend, just trying to be like, I don't mean you harm.
2 of them.
I ship back white.
Keep their hands down, and then one looks. They make eye contact, but they do not move their hands.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of wave, like it's okay. You don't have anything to worry about. Just wait.
And they look at each other, and they look at you. And then one whispers something cautiously to the third that's averting eye contact, and you hear. And then the other one looks up, and they're not moving. The whole party arrives. Kodo, 3 of the things that are kept in the mine are on the ground, on their hands and knees, prostrated, but they're actually looking up at Fulcrum. They have their palms down on the ground.
And I'm just kind of. How big are these things in comparison to me again?
These things are all about 3'8", and they're 4 feet wide.
Okay. All right.
They're square-like in proportion.
Gotcha. It's gonna be okay. You're all right. They can't hurt you anymore.
I thought we were gonna have a fight over here.
We did. He's there and there. Well, we had a fight. He didn't really.
Oh, okay. Who's that guy?
That's it. One of them.
Well, no, yeah, we think so. We looked real good. Didn't spot anymore. He was just here with some of his. I mean, I don't really know what these things are. Kodo, you said these things kind of worship them, right? Or something like that. They're weird.
Never speak.
I heard him just say something. I think he whispered something. I couldn't understand him, of course. When we just gave all that stuff to Bananas, and did we get any of his fun sponge stuff? I mean, I know you can do it, Skeezer.
I thought so. Pretty sure of it.
I think you got 3.
Okay. I'm gonna hold one up and kind of gesture to them and make a show of like me taking a bite of it, and then offering it towards the one who made eye contact with.
One slowly holds up its hands like this, and as you're holding it out, grabs it, and they're doing everything slow, and it bites and hands it back.
Hello. You can understand me now for a little bit? We mean you no harm, you or your people.
What do you want?
We want these Waven attacked me and my friends here on a beach. They tried to take some of us, and some of my large friend here, and I point to Kodo, some of his brethren are kept in the mine where we think you also work. We were hoping to free you from the Waven. We don't mean to do you any harm or to cause you to do anything you would not like to do. We would like to.
Won't.
I understand, but you three are free now if you so wish to be.
Okay. He says we are free. We will go.
They all get up and they start walking.
As they start walking, I turn to Kodo. Kodo, is that the way to the mine?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, I guess we could be sending them back to warn the others, or
Do you think you said they don't talk to them? Do you think they'll tell them about us? Do we need to maybe follow them, or?
I think the blue fish elves will know when one of them are missing.
That's
If
true.
the slaves return without them, they won't have to speak.
It's a very, very good point.
What do you think we should do? Just get there ahead of them or ask them to wait?
Your little frog friend wanted bodies, correct?
No, Balrin. We got one right here. Well, I can stitch. Well, maybe I can't stitch it back together, but there's a body. We don't got to give them these people.
Look, you're the overly cautious one. If you want to alert the rest of the camp that somebody's clearly coming and taking out one of their own, then let these three wander back into their camp.
I'm just saying we can.
Makes little
ask
difference to
them
me.
to stay instead of killing them, so they don't go back.
They don't seem to want to stay, do they?
Tell
No,
them to stay.
They're about 50 feet away now.
Okay, I'm gonna go back over to him. Excuse me, are you going back? No, it's okay. Hi.
And then when you say hi, they raise their arm.
Hello. Sorry, hello. You can put your arms down. It's okay.
They all lay down and go on their knees and put their hands on the ground.
Oh, God. Nine hells. If you would all just please stay here for a few hours. What were you doing here with the Waven?
We are gatherers.
Of these bulbs?
Yes.
What do those bulbs do for you? Or your Waven?
He reaches into his pack and he pulls out 3 seed pods. Light green, dark green, pale blue. And then he reaches out and pulls out a violet one.
They call this Bariti. We are to gather ones that are this color. No, why? They grow it here. We plant it. We gather it.
So Fulcrum,
Yes, Geezer?
might be interesting to find out if they are willing servants or if they are non-willing servants.
Balrin, you don't know what this stuff is. It
Clearly.
looks vaguely like an oversized pea pod, but the seeds inside the peas don't grow in a straight line. They kind of grow ramshackle like the seeds inside of a pepper. and the peas they're rigid, but they're not a seed. It's like a fleshy, more rigid pea, just not soft. And inside of the pod, the seeds are a more vibrant version, same color as the exterior pod.
Okay. As far as Bowron can tell by looking at these, if you were going to plant one, would you need the entire pod or just the seeds from inside?
Your experience is you just need the seeds. The pod is
Bowron.
just an evolutionary thing to ensure greater succession of the species.
Bowron's just going to look around and see if he can find a couple of pods and pick a couple to get the seeds.
Okay.
And so I'm going to be looking at them. Do you work for the Wavin of your own will, or do they make you work for them?
We work.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
I'm kind of wondering if they don't have a concept of servitude or slavery. Maybe it's just their nature.
Maybe they seem pretty open to anything I'm telling them. Though I am also blue, I guess.
Stand on one leg.
Oh, Skeezer, eat this first.
Oh, right. Stand on one leg.
Then they all raise one leg.
Oh, okay, you can put your leg down. All right, I think we made.
Yeah, see,
They put their legs
didn't
down.
do anything. So I think they just listen to anything that is said to them.
Well, then, could you? We could tell them to just keep gathering here. What do you think?
Probably a good plan.
Yeah. Why don't you three stay here and gather?
It could
And
potentially
then
be
they
helpful.
turn around and then they keep gathering.
Okay. All right. And don't leave once you finish. Please. Just we'll come back. I'm gonna try and make a note of the area a little bit.
If we forget,
They're gonna die here.
Yeah. Are you gonna
desiccated husks?
Hey, Skeezer, can you get a map of working out of this island?
I
figured you
mean, this
probably-
one?
I had a feeling you were doing that already. Yes, thank you. You're awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll remember this. The servants.
Well, I mean, we'll want to know this is where they grow these seeds. That could be pretty important.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all the exact same color. One's a real warm brown, one's a slightly darker brown, and one is actually gray.
So they didn't know what they did at all, huh?
They seem to just do what's asked of them. They don't seem to know why. They don't know what the plants are for. At least they didn't.
If we get back to camp, if we don't find out by accident by then, I'll have time. I can figure it out.
Okay.
Well, it could be useful or dangerous. I'm kind of in the mood of chancing here. Let's see one of those here.
Well, if we're gonna take a second for you to look at that, I used a spell or two to get through that. If you don't mind me taking a rest to get it back before we hit the camp.
You can rest if you need to, but
I don't wanna...
what I'm gonna need a lot more time to discern what these do than what I can do right now.
Okay, we can keep pushing on if you want. It's whatever you guys want to do. I don't want to leave Koto's people there too long.
Right. We should press on and get back to camp is what we should do.
You guys should move through the afternoon, and as the sun starts to head towards a setting sun, everybody make a perception.
Oh, we're about to get rocked like a hurricane.
I assume we didn't take a rest there, right? I want to confirm.
That's what it sounded like.
Double tens.
Bowron's finally saw something today.
Oh,
it's a 25 for Koto.
Wow.
Not for me.
Balrin, you look up and see the clouds have formed the figure again. But this time, you're sure you see it. And it's not like a trick. And it's not like the cloud game where you're forcing it. It really does look like a giant human shape figure. Only it's got a massive hole in its chest. And that hole, rain is coming out of it. And you all notice that way off in the distance to the northeast, there is some rain clouds that are starting to amass and move generally. You might be moving towards them. Not that they're coming towards you, but they are starting to slowly build. And you can see that streak in the air that bends. That is the look of rain from really, really, really far away. You do not, the rest of you do not see a person-shaped cloud. Kodo, you see Kerr stops and sniffs the air. You sniff the air. And you smell, for just a split second, sulfur. You turn, and something small and squat ducks into the brush. Like maybe a foot tall. It's behind you.
What, do you guys see something?
Balrin's
Sorry, I must look up my class. I'm stupid.
Balrin's standing there staring up at the sky as though he sees something. But he can't quite seem to discern what he thinks it means, so he has a rather puzzled look on his face at the moment.
You know, I've been
That's
thinking
what
about
I
it.
thought.
You don't think this might have been the head of corn, do you?
This entire island is the head of corn.
Don't say things like that. Or gain.
I don't see anything.
Koto activates his divine senses as lightning flourishes through his eyes to clarify his vision.
Is that you doing this?
And you are choosing to sense for what? 'Cause I think you have to pick, don't you now?
No, it's totally different now. It's basically I detect the presence of strong evil.
It is.
And I know the location within 60 feet.
There's a fiend within 60 feet of you.
Yeah. Crash test dummy over there.
Yep.
Am I roboting?
No. They're just.
We're laughing at Fulcrum.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was waving.
Yeah, I forgot about that for a second. There is a fiend and a half celestial, half fiend next to you.
I look with lightning still in my eyes and look at you.
There's a definitely evil thing 60 feet that way, somewhere in the brush, trying to hide. It stinks of sulfur.
You did this last night.
When you are near Fulcrum, Fulcrum stinks of sulfur and smells of divine incense burned in the most holiest of rituals. It reminds you of your childhood when you would make your nightly blessings to all that she is in the sky, unending.
Later.
There's a lot of laters happening today.
But necessity.
I assume we need initiative.
Yep.
I'm going to
But
cast.
you have surprise, so
Okay.
you can take.
I'm casting
I'm certainly surprised.
Hunter's Mark. Show yourself to me, fiend. And I cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Nice.
God, my initiatives are killer today.
Oh yeah, I should need to roll an ish. Oh, I should select my icon
Click your character token.
on the beach here. It's a 13.
Mine's a 14.
Oh shoot.
I should redo Stitch here.
That was not great. Oh, didn't it? Oh, I not clicked on my. That's why.
It's a bummer with Roll20.
I was just wondering. I was
I
like,
know.
Every once in a while, man.
I always forget, like, every time.
my bad.
My bad indeed.
You have a map for this yet, by any chance?
Oh!
No, I don't.
Okay.
So
Dang.
we're
No worries.
talking through it kind of thing.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
forgot to
counter.
Oh, well. My bad.
Hold on. I got to add a more gain.
Yeah, that's my fault.
You said it's almost night now?
It's sunset.
Okay. I'm kicking myself for getting to do my cool new trick.
No. Okay.
Where you make bodies.
I killed
Hit the
something.
floor.
Yeah, you
but
did.
I didn't do anything. So
the flow.
not that I would know to, anyways.
I've got malleable illusions now.
Did you guys see the bird that sings it?
Yes.
No.
That sounds.
Yeah. So
Pretty great.
Kodo's
That
at
is-
14,
yeah.
Levi.
Okay.
Does the whole thing, guitars and drums and everything.
Okay. Balrin Harros,
yes.
you are up.
So I hear the Kodo says, "Show yourself, fiend," or something like.
Mm-hmm.
Balin reaches for his trident, pulls it, turns, looks at Fulcrum. What did you do to make the Dragon Man angry, Fulcrum?
Probably something. Usually existing.
Balin takes about a 5-foot step kind of back away from Kodo with his trident in the ready position, because clearly Balin didn't see whatever it was back there. He was busy looking at clouds. So that's going to be my action, is just to ready myself and see what the heck this Dragonborn's going to.
Okay. And Kodo, you're up.
Okay, how close am I to him again?
It is 50 feet from you, hiding in the brush.
Okay.
Turnover's not updating.
Oh, I don't even see me on the turn order. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't know. It's just.
You're up.
It's
I'm
fine.
staring at it.
it's all right.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
I was just making sure.
theater of the mind.
Well, Kurek can move up there, so I'll have him charge. I will, when I get up there, I will sweep down with my wagon axle. I don't see what I need. And smack this fiend.
Whack-a-mole. Infernal whack-a-mole.
Oh, why aren't I a fifth or third level fighter yet? That was a 19 plus 7 minus 5. 22. Is that right?
That is a hit.
All right.
Good old 5th ed. If you hear 20 anything, pretty sure you hit.
It's probably going to be a hit, yeah.
Yeah.
I love all this ambient sounds.
Yeah.
It's freaking me out.
It's like one weird one in the background that sounds like something from Star Wars.
I never have them on, so I never
20.
hear any of them.
Every once in a while,
Plus-
it's like.
Oh,
I just imagine
I
like a
have
Jim Henson
advantage.
puppet coming up.
no, I don't. Never mind. I have advantage. Never mind. On something else. So add another 1d6. So 23 with my first hit.
Whoa.
Damage?
Yes.
That's a big hit, man.
You cut it in half.
I don't cut it. I smash it with a wagon axle.
You smash it into the ground.
Nice.
As you do, it becomes a dusted pile of hot ash.
So basically, what we all saw was him just say,
Yep.
Yeah, you saw him yawn.
I did not say that. That is not what I said.
Big
3
yawn,
a.m.
lightning breath.
"Yeah, expose yourself, fiend," and then he just hits a bush, and we're just
Yeah.
like,
Smashes that bush.
Smashes the hell out of
"Okay."
I step off Kirk. And I get down to look at it.
Okay. It's
Power kinds of nudges his way over to see what's.
You
down
guys come
there.
over there, and there's the smashed body of some tiny, devilish looking creature. It's got almost no neck. The head is squat in the body. The belly is round. It's got long, spindly arms and long legs. It's actually got tiny bat wings and a little tail. Its body is smashed, and the blood is already evaporating into like a black dust. And there's a mild heat coming off the whole thing, and it smells of sulfur.
Religion to know what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems like something I would have come across.
I'm guessing it's an imp.
Yeah, it's
But-
definitely an imp, but
Balron, you have heard of these before in conversation with guys that have dealt with dark wizards and evil priests and done trade in like spookier jobs. And this is some sort of a demon or devil, but a really little, like a servant, like somebody's. Like,
Look over at Fulcrum. This isn't one of yours, is it?
Skeezer, this is
That's
a
racist.
this is either a quasit or an imp. You're not sure which.
Well, it could be one of 2 different types of things.
I resemble that, Mark.
Yeah, technically true. So this is either one of the devils, or it's one of these more kind of neutrally things. Less of a super evil and more of just kind of a modestly evil.
I'm pretty sure it was Fulcrum earlier that swore 9 hells, and now we have a fiend with us.
Start poking at it with it. I've said 9 hells a lot. 9 hells, 9 hells, 9 hells. Haven't shown up before. Except me.
Suddenly 10 demons descend from the heavens. Well, so far it's not been too rough out here. Just a little, maybe these are usually, if it is an imp or something, usually those are like spies.
That's the part that concerns me.
Well, it certainly seems to have been spying on us, right? I mean, it was following us.
But for how long?
Dragon Man.
Kodo!
You sense any other?
No. Except for him.
Well, that goes without saying, right?
It
I
does.
get the sense that we're being watched. Not just by that thing, but by something else entirely.
Well, one of those Waven guys was like a wizardy type like Skeezer, right? You were saying that they are servants for magic people, Skeezer? So
Usually,
maybe it's that guy's.
Well, for the second time today, I've seen the clouds take the form of a man peering down upon us.
What?
Well, that's interesting. Well, when was the first time?
Earlier.
4 games ago.
Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Nothing bad is coming from the heavens. So it took the form of a man.
Well, a person.
He looked like a man.
Had a hole in his on which it
You
was
looking
raining.
like a man.
Clouds looking like a man.
No omen of any religion I'm aware
Thank you,
You
Miss
looking
Kwan.
like a man.
Thank you, Miss Kwan.
that was a great day in life.
Well, it could be a Well, I mean, normally that must be spell related in some fashion.
Well, I was contemplating whether I thought it was a scry of some sort, but I'd never seen one manifest itself like that before.
Okay, so let's assume they know we're coming. They haven't sent anything out yet.
Has Koto seen demons out before? Or fiends out before?
You've been instructed about them, but you haven't firsthand seen one. What you've been told is that in Corge, in the Five Teeth, they are called and conversed with irregularly.
But I haven't seen any here on the island before.
No.
Okay.
Never.
This is new to me. I have not seen them here before.
Poking at the corpse with Stitch.
Poke, poke, poke. Poke, poke, poke. Pull back, and a thread has anchored to it.
Oh, God. Dang it.
The body kind of flops off like it's been tied off like a cat toy.
Oh.
And you see that Stitch is starting to consume the body.
It's like, act natural. Like, Pokemon turns around, puts Stitch behind his back, just standing there.
Alright. I suppose we should press on. The longer we sit here, the more whatever it is that's trying to find us will be able to discern what's going on.
I agree.
I agree.
I
You guys
also
move
agree.
Through the fields. The fields start to elevate into hills, and the hills begin to become rocky again. And now some of the rock outcroppings are starting to look very familiar. As night falls, you are confident. Give me a survival check before I finish my sentence, Koto.
Wow.
All
That was a
right.
thunderous roll.
He rolled it
That's
in
not
the
bad.
dice again.
Koto, you believe as night falls that you're within 7 to 10 miles of the actual mine. Because right now it's a large rocky plain in this elevated area with a lot of trees again. And through it, you know there's going to be a big pit somewhere along the way where the mine begins. But now it's nightfall.
How
Should
close?
be within a few miles.
If you want, I can push forward, take an animal form, scout the area, and be back.
If you can do it in less than an hour, I can make you invisible ball.
That won't be necessary.
Okay. No problem.
Won't be necessary, but it could be super helpful.
Nah, he's fine. He can turn to like Panther stuff.
Sure.
I've seen him do it. It's awesome.
Well, many of us can see in the dark.
The night would be an opportune time to attack.
May not be a terrible plan. Depends, though. And these are elves of some type. Usually elves can see in the dark. Will we really have too much of an advantage at that point?
From when you worked there, Kodo, do you have any idea of would we benefit from looking at what they're doing at the camp, seeing how many people they have? Kind of, I know Barwin said he's going to go do it, but like where we should attack from? Do you know anything about the layout?
It's whatever map the DM has made.
Just
Take that fourth wall.
Byron will take his panther form.
Oh boy.
It's on cue. While we're waiting for Balrin, then well, if we're gonna wait, if I could rest a short bit, I could get some of my firepower back. I'm a bit about half.
Whatever map the DM.
Wow, this looks pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, if it is advisable, I will take a short rest while we're waiting to get my spells back.
That's a lot of stuff happening on that map.
I have a.
Wow.
So much so that it won't let me zoom in. It just goes black. Okay.
I'm zoomed in. I was trying to see if I could figure where I'm coming up to this thing at. Oh, I see it's over.
We're on the bottom right, it looks like.
Good news. I can hit everything from here.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a lot of archers. That looks rough. It looks real rough.
So Byron will scout the thing out a little bit, like I said, as a panther, using my Mask of the Wild to just hide myself in places to just peer around.
Give me a stealth check with advantage.
I believe I get a bonus to stealth in panther form. Hold on.
It's my favorite part of maps.
You just start
Little
rolling.
sticks, like, how far can we throw stuff?
I can literally hit everything.
Not me, but yeah, for you, for certain.
It's ridiculous.
Now in the map, hopefully it's understandable. The large gray areas are pits, and then the darker of gray, the lower it goes. Each increment of change in gray is a 10-foot drop.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got it.
Makes sense. Hello, jury.
Everything over here on the lower right actually is a ravine. And this orangey rock outcropping that is a bridge between the ravine area. The ravine goes even seemingly lower than mine, but it's tough to say because you're not there.
18 on my. Oh, I get advantage, don't I? I'll roll.
Yes, you do.
I have to do these as
Oh,
natural 20.
Oh,
that's why we do it.
All right. Because of the nat 20, I'll give you advantage on perceptions. Go ahead and take that.
Nice.
Get an extra +2 to my perceptions.
You are so quick and silent and patient that you can get a lot closer than you normally would have.
22.
All right. Balrin, you managed to scout the entire lower half of the map. You get to the edge of the rim here, and Waven don't directly notice you, but they catch some movement. So you don't press the issue, and you manage to get across the bridge here.
Across the bridge.
So you've seen down into this pit.
Okay.
You've made that out. This over here is a camp where the Waven soldiers stay. Those green circles are little huts.
Oh, okay, I see him. All right.
This down in here are rock buildings, so to speak, for the slaves to sleep or stay in.
Gotcha.
So you've got a main Waven camp here, another post here, and then you saw way up on the north end of the map another outpost here.
Gotcha.
And feel free to count the Waven guard. That's accurate. There are also a few tide collars here. Those are the mages.
Bad news.
I make my way back to the group.
This tide collar in the red over here.
Yeah.
He was taller by about a foot than the other Waven, and they're already tall. So he crops out about 8 feet tall. And he's got a severely damaged ear, and he seems to be wearing a rank of insignia across his chest.
Okay. I make my way back to the group and retake Pirate Baron form.
Pirate Baron form.
You
I like
guys
what you're
see
doing with the
slipping
hat.
and sliding as the fur extends into the coat and the hat forms on his head. Balrin stands up.
I count about 12 Waven.
Great.
There's a few huts that may continue to contain more. Crews of slaves are currently working down in the pits. I don't know if they'll be of any help to us one way or the other. There
Or
are
anything like the ones we saw, probably not.
there are two of the spellcasters. One seems to be the leader of the group.
Where is that one located?
Deep.
Kodo, you're
in the back.
familiar with the one he's describing. You're not sure if the word associated with this Waven is a rank or his name, but it is called Kolo.
Name stealer. Mm-hmm. Kolo.
There's numerous slaves. If they give a command to attack, I don't know if the slaves will obey or not, but it is something you have to keep in mind as we move in.
They may not attack, but they can protect.
I see. Well, if we're not speaking their language, we won't be able to get them to help us necessarily, but if we did speak their language, I have a feeling they'd be awfully confused by which one to listen to.
What do you suggest?
Yeah, that's a good question. But I think they're probably going to be very prone to accept anything that we offer them. Chances are they're probably going to be very susceptible to illusion or confusion. I don't think we're going to have to worry about them.
Okay.
Now, the arrangement of these Waven, were they in such a way that they're all going to be able to see us? Or only groups of them at a time?
It's possible we could try to divide them into groups, but most of the open pit, I believe they can see across just fine. They'll be able to... It'd be very hard, I think, not to alert all of their presence relatively quickly.
That's going to be trouble.
Well,
if I had time to read our books that I just picked up, I'd have a
Initially.
I've had time to read my book.
You
and
wouldn't
about
know.
a couple levels.
Straight up ahead, the path a bit to the left, you'll see that there's a bunch of huts. There's a couple there. We could probably take them alone first. As long as those huts are empty, we could at least divide them out. After that, we're not too far away from the others being within earshot for sure.
Do you think there's any way we could take a jump on one of those mages? One of those wizard types?
You can get up to the huts and take the small encropping of huts up here to the left. We get those Waven, we take them down, pull them into the huts before anybody notices. If there's nothing else in the huts there to unfortunately have to deal with, I believe that the main caster would be within Morgaine's range with a bow.
It doesn't really narrow it down much, does it? Now, okay, so where are the people we want to save?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. That's a problem.
There's several pits worth of slaves, more than we have halflings right now. I mean, there's nowhere we can possibly put them all.
Well, I'm asking because I've learned a few new tricks. And I want to make sure that they don't go horribly awry and destroy the entire reason why we came here.
I don't know what you promised the frogman back at the beach, but
Just a bunch of bodies, really.
how
A bunch
many?
of Waven bodies. Oh, it's just whatever we kill up till now. So, till whenever. I mean, what are we gonna do with them?
Oh, and I had to give up the hat.
There's at least 14 to 15 in there, so I don't know how you plan on getting them all hauled back.
I'll figure it out.
Didn't tell us we had to bring the bodies back in any particular condition, did he?
No, they just wanted the bodies.
I think we'll be fine then. Plus, he has no idea how many we've come across.
Well, that's something to worry about after. I figured we'd worry about that if we actually managed to kill all the Waven. In that case, I probably won't care about having to carry their bodies around. I'm just happy we're not all dead.
I guess it should also be noticed that almost all of the Wavan I saw were armed like the ones that we encountered on the cliffside with bow and arrow.
Did you see any of the weird frog things?
No. I saw no mounts.
Well, that's good.
Plus. Well, then it sounds like we need to get as close as we can to these guys.
So
they're
your
like
battle
us,
plan is what now?
Well, the terrain looks like it's going to be pretty difficult to navigate. But we need to get up close to them so that we can prevent the archers from having too much of an advantage.
We probably also need to try and kill their casters really quickly, yeah? They summon another one of those water elemental thing. I did not enjoy that very much last time, everyone.
How close are the more magically inclined ones to one another?
They're across the pit from each other. They're not within any measurable walking distance, but if they fly like the one we encountered, they are very quickly could be side by side if needed.
Well, I might be able to disrupt their spell casting if I can get close enough. But I have to be able to see them and be close-ish. Like 60 feet or so.
I could try and turn you invisible just to get close.
It's not a bad plan.
And
Well,
as you debate
We
what
get
you're going to
ambushed.
do moving forward, we're going to wrap tonight with the tension of figuring out what you want to do next.
Yeah, since it looks like there's
3:30.
there's a rumble brewing.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, we got a lot to do there.
Yep.
Viewers, if you were with us earlier, apologies for all the technical difficulties.
Thank you, everybody who
for
came and stuck
sticking with
around.
us.
Really.
Absolutely.
Internet service providers are totally out of our control, much to our frustration. Special thanks to Clint for having to juggle all this for us. Thank you, sir.
Mhm. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks to Balrin, Harros, Ogle for all the social media connections. And if you're a friend of Balrin's, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys stopping in.
Yep, thank you, everybody.
We're going to try and aim for a Memorial Day weekend kind of thingy. We'll see how that goes. So otherwise, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next time on the Everstorm.
Bye-bye, y'all.